With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 90 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once ticked off across the board with charge toward because his code can't be ignored. Just how much TSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machine. Snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun is child can't see it powers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty life and all his strife of forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and awareness in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not light. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again. It's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and good. I forget to set this up. Hold on, just a second. Sorry, just give me a second here, guys. There we go. So I thought I set it up, I guess I forgot to. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Friday the 1st of September 2023, the start of a brand new month. August has been, August has gone, August can get to fucking till next year. We are now in September, the start of a brand new month, and DSP will be quite happy to see that his members did not drop below 500 during his most precious of days off. So there you go. As you can see at the top of the screen here, first of all, DSP has spent at least $1,317 on the latest WWE Champions event. The source of this information, as always, comes from TG Gamebox, who explains in his tweet, introduced last night was a pack for 80 coins for $100. Phil did take advantage of that, so he is most likely at that figure. If Phil was dumb and didn't take advantage of it, it's actually fucking $1,668. So keep in mind, when TG is estimating his fucking figures, he usually lowballs it for the minimum amount. He doesn't average it out or anything. No. He always goes low. Because it's possible Phil could have spent more, but TG's assuming that Phil has done this thing when he bought that fucking 80 coin pack for $100. And, you know, so he spent this amount instead of 1,317. So there we go. Big up to TG as usual for keeping everyone, right with that. And the obvious question is, but where in the goddamn hell has the money come from? Phil Burnell has not exactly been fucking flush with cash lately. You know, usually payments are for fucking bills essentially, aren't they? So what the fuck is going on there? Is Kat gotten so fucking fat that she's now in disability and Phil's fucking using that to pay for WWE Champions or some pish? What in the hell is it? Because I'm trying to figure out where the hell is the money coming from. It is beyond, mind-boggling. What the fuck? How in the hell can he afford this addiction of his? But I guess that's a fucking different matter entirely. So, something else to talk about. So, Phil said this before starting his Street Fighter.
See how far we can get tonight with Honda, even though, I'll be honest with you guys, my shoulder is killing me again. I think the Advil I had taken earlier today has worn off.
So that was said in Phil's night stream before his day off, okay? Wednesday night. And yet, during Street Fighter, even though Phil's claiming his fucking shoulders in absolute agony or whatever, you've got things like this happening.
Oh, I neutral jump again. Neutral jump, neutral look at me. I neutral jump around everything. I'm such a good player because I keep neutral jumping. Wow. Oh!
I mean, no signs of pain or discomfort or agony there or anything like that, you know? I mean, what about here?
Blah!
Random DSP noise aside, which is kind of funny. He's able to lift his arms up and there's nothing wrong with him. What about this here? What about this?
She literally said punch, 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 punch. Oh, it finally hit. Let me do a combo. That's literally what she just did. And I can't do anything about it. It's trash gameplay. Punch, 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 punch. Oh, look, it's still working. Punch, 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 punch. Oh, finally! Yay! She literally...
So remember though, remember when DSP began the podcast that day, this is what he described the pain like.
You know, we'll do it. So hopefully it starts to feel better. You know, it's not a big deal right now. Right now I don't feel it, and then if I move a little bit, like, oh god, there it is.
He slightly moves forward and he feels the fucking pain, and yet he's fucking bobbing over the goddamn place, playing Street Fighter like there's absolutely fucking nothing wrong with him. It is ridiculous. So I am firmly of the opinion that Phil Burnell was lying about the fucking pain, or maybe fucking trying to say it was actually worse than it really was. Maybe it wasn't a small little bit of pain, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't as bad as Phil was making out to fucking be. Remember, Phil fucking tried to say it was like getting stabbed in the fucking neck. Like he fucking knows what that fucking feels like. But, yeah, I'm okay. You guys want to see some of his fucking salt and rage from Street Fighter on Wednesday night? Let's go 1.5 speed and see some of it from Snortamania's video. Snort Hogan. Snortamania, same thing, you get what I mean.
And it feels pretty bad, pretty painful. I'm hoping I can still play tonight without too many problems. I guess we'll see what happens. Alright, let's see how this goes. Thank you very much so far for being here, everyone, and relaxing with me. And let's see how it goes. Hopefully better than last time, but I don't know what the pain on my shoulder. We'll have to see. Alrighty, everyone, we're starting off tonight. Ranked Honda gameplay against a freaking 5-star Lily. It's probably not going to go very well. I'm just being honest here. So what was the round? Wake Up Level 3 Super, Focus, or Drive Rush EX360, which beat my freaking headbutt, and then one random move. That was the whole round. That was 100% of Honda's health. Literally nothing I can do. Yeah, this sucks. I don't think Honda's good at high level. I'm being honest. I don't think he can beat anyone at high level. He sucks. Level 3 out of nowhere. I can't do anything to this. These are all guaranteed hits she's getting on me. I have no options to get out of the stuff she's doing. I did level 3, level 1, anti-air, comes out so slow, and she gets to land and block it, and like, okay. Yeah, terrible start. Seriously, this character at this point, like, I'm really starting to get tired of Honda. I don't think he's very good. Like, Blanca is, like, so much better. Honda, everything he does is slow. Everything he does gets counter hit or thrown. That's really the problem. The headbutt gets fucking thrown clean by every throw in the game. So his one reversal gets stuffed by throws, and people can just mash them out. And that's really frustrating, and it makes me not want to play him anymore. Now that I'm getting to these high levels, everyone knows it. Everyone knows they can neutral jump my throws, and they can walk up and throw me and stuff everything I do besides mashing jab. And that's so frustrating, it makes me not want to play the character anymore. It is deflating. No drive cancel. Oh, I didn't have it. I burnt myself out somehow. Can't block on reaction. Can't block anything on reaction in this game or with this character in particular. Definitely not. That's it. Kick through the headbutt. His headbutt is terrible. It really is. Everyone's, oh, it's overpowered. His headbutt is really bad. His fucking headbutt gets stuffed by low kicks, by throws, and by normals. No drive rush, so I burned myself out for nothing. Wow. My drive rush didn't come out. I got a standing parry, so I burnt myself out for absolutely nothing. Couldn't even get the combo I did it for. I can't do anything. I have no meter. All I can do is guess a level 1 super. Yeah, he's terrible, man. That sucks. Oh, that's it. I guess trying to get... Nope. I mean, she burned herself out already, but still, like, what the fuck? Oh, stuff my reversal headbutt. Wake Up Level 1 Super. Oh my god. I told you. She's so good, he's so bad. It's such a hard fight. It's like, it's not worth fighting. It's so frustrating. So now we have a fucking modern Cammy. Do you really want to do anything to this Cammy? Let's be honest here. I can't, I literally, like, the whole round she can do that. There's nothing I can do to it. She can jump back the whole round. I have no answers. Honda has no answers for that.
Oh, Phil hated his fight.
She will play the game nothing like Street Fighter and win because this fucking pussy idiots play modern and just jump around and lag and do
this person
nothing.
pissed him off
I
so
literally
much.
have nothing I can do to stop. I didn't do that. I didn't do. I keep doing butt slam to the right, and it gives me that instead. I should have known she was just gonna keep neutral jumping. Why wouldn't I know that? I mean, she's done it every time. Nothing I can do. See, it's all complete nonsense. She doesn't even know how to play the fucking game. Just keep jumping. Just keep fucking jumping like an idiot, because I can't do anything. You're playing online. You got overpowered fucking character. Nonsense. You fucking suck ass. No standing. I got crouching instead. Unreal. Look at that. You can't even hit her out of the air because her kick beats it. Smash. That's it. She wins. The game, I'm telling you, this game is trash at top tier. You can't play Honda. She can literally jump the entire round, and I can't do anything about it. I can't even get to her to stop her. I can't do anything. I can't do anything to get to her. She could just, on reaction, to go and do an instant reversal because she's modern, and all her normals beat mine, and her throw beats my head, but I can't do anything. It's trash. It's really terrible, terrible gameplay. Again, 45% reward combo for a guest on fight. Oh, never mind, even more. Oh, now, no parry, even though I'm holding it. So even more, so he's done 75% damage. Again, no parry. So now he's gotten 95% damage for nothing earned whatsoever. Literally not a single move earned.
Perfect.
Just because my moves don't come on reaction. Nothing I can do about it. Too good. Her move stuff's mine no matter what. Ginormous free combos. Guys, if you could, please support the stream. This is my final stream of the month. This is it. Next stream is the Starfield premiere. So if you can support tonight's stream, please do. Any support is appreciated. This would help me out for next month. Okay? So please do. Thank you. That's all he has to do. All he has to do is fireball the whole game. I lose. So he gets one lucky hit. That's it. It's over. I did it. I did the headbutt. His Fierce Punch stuffs anti-air headbutt, so I have no anti-air against Ken. He can stuff it from... I love all the shit you did with John Rambo. That shit was back. I got a room full of posters and pictures of...
Just wanted to make sure Phil was not live yet. Just bear with me, sorry. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure he's not live yet. He's not. He's still going. The podcast fucking thing is still going. I've been a wee while to check, and sometimes Phil starts early because of a brand new game as well. But there you go. But yeah, Phil was very salty playing this, as you can tell. He was desperate to get to 5-star diamond. Didn't happen.
From that range for no fucking good reason. Jumping Fierce Punch stops all of his moves. All he has to do is Jumping Fierce Punch. It's not earned. It just hit. It beats all of my fucking anti-airs. Any strategy I want to use, Jumping Fierce Punch stops it. Oh, that's it. Random drive impact. Completely random. Right in the middle of the fucking round. Oh, you really beat me. You really beat me. You outplayed me. You really just destroyed me with your counterplay and intelligent moves. Not that you just did top tier, safe low voltage the entire fucking 2 games. Here we go again. I guess. Even though you perfectly parried me, I guess, and I get out of it. Because I'm so good. Why am I getting hit? I don't know. Look at this. Why did I ever get hit? I never should have gotten hit. She just mashed a random button and the game's like, oh, you're doing something. No, I'm waiting for her. And I get hit, and now she gets to win because she's top tier. Oh my god, this player sucks shit. I did a headbutt. That's what the game just gave me. I did headbutt. Half circle back and kick, and he did command throw.
Challenger.
Unbelievable. So completely unearned loss, right? I should never have lost it. Complete fucking nonsense. Trash gameplay. Top tier pattern bullshit. Can't get around it. Just neutral jump all day. Oh, I neutral jump. I neutral jump again. Neutral jump. Neutral look at me. I neutral jump. I around everything. I'm such a good player because I keep neutral jumping. Wow. That was level 3 super. Right there. And it would have went right through what he was doing. If it came out, it didn't come out. So I spam bullshit combo online. I get away with neutral jump. You fucking suck. This guy's fucking terrible. Yeah, another terrible online pattern JP. Just throw out random moves, hope they counter hit, try to take advantage of the neutral jump bullshit. You suck. And then he rage quit because he's a fucking motherfucking cock-sucking bitch. He actually rage quit after I outplayed him completely. What a pussy motherfucker. That's pretty impressively bad. What a stupid piece of shit.
I got the drip go. 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 I got the drip go.
So as you can tell, yeah, Phil was quite salty about the whole match. Yeah, and he wasn't pleased with how it went, and yeah, slurs of his neck was moving all over the place. I mean, he told me insane. You know, like fucking look at his fucking neck. You know, nothing wrong with his neck there. You know, exactly. But that's what that's what I started the stream with, fucking saying that Phil's trying to fucking pretend his neck's in a huge amount of fucking pain, and yet he's fucking moving all over fucking place like a bobblehead doll. It is crazy. So guys, Phil will be back very soon, I'm sure, so how about we try and get prepared and set up for bingo. Now, I have something pretty cool to fucking share with you guys. Somebody sent me a message on Discord a night or two ago, and my initial impression was sus. It was like some kind of I didn't recognise who it was. It was a zip file saying DSP Bingo, saying, "Hey, this is our DSP Bingo to like make it better." Or something. Well, let me read the message. Hold on. I don't want to. I can get a message wrong, whatever. So, what was it they said to me? Give me a second, and I'll see. I was like, "Hey man, so I've been watching your streams for a while, and was like, hey, I can make a bingo game program in Python for him." So I did. Instructions are in the README. Some setup is required. I hope you like it. And a zip file is attached. My natural impression was basically to like, be very suspicious about this because I didn't recognise the name. Sometimes there are malicious people that try and target people online with things like this and tricks them. So my first impression, also just to clarify, I didn't really know what Python was either. So he was saying words to me which a couple of things didn't make sense at the time. So my natural impression was to first ignore it, but then he kind of he also tried to reach out to me through that being said because we're both on that server, and he was saying like, can somebody please let King Jad know? And so I was thinking, okay, how about I send a zip file to somebody who I know is good with checking for things to make sure they're legitimate. So I asked Prophet to please look at the file and make sure it's not some sort of nefarious thing. And Prophet was able to kind of look at it, and he discovered it was actually something very cool indeed. So what is it he made? So the guy is called MicroPython Cypher, right? And he has made a program in Python for bingo. I can press one button on my Stream Deck now, and it automatically launches the program for a complete full bingo card. And it's quite customizable. We can have a center square if we want a center square. For example, the default center square is Snort. We have options here on the side as well. We can randomize it. We can shuffle the current selection if we want. We can randomize it all together. We can reset it as well. We can tick things off, and if we want to reset, we can reset it very easily. And so, Prophet's saying is Cypher here. I'm not entirely sure if Cypher's here or not. They may have a different name on YouTube compared to Discord, for example. If they are here, then I'll say fucking big massive shout out to them. But on Discord anyway, their name was Mike. Well, I asked them how do you want to refer to you, and they said MicroPython Cypher. So there we go. And so yeah, there's a whole bunch of different cool wee things that I didn't expect this to come. I didn't think it was going to come. He just nowhere created this program for me, and in Python, and so I downloaded Python, you know what I mean, to try, I went and followed his instructions and README, and I've been trying to customize it as best as I can, and I also went back and forth with him to try and get a couple of things sorted, whatever, and in the end, we have this very robust bingo card. So, yeah, basically I can, see, it does me so I don't need to use like the bingo website. I used to use a website to try and generate cards before. Don't need to do that anymore. Got it all saved in Python, so I've got it all saved like on the computer, which is good. It means if anything happens to that website, I'm not fucking stuck in a bind or whatever, So yeah, I mean, we can just run, all the bingo terms are there still, every single one of them. We can just, and that's, we can bingo got sorted out. Not only that, I'll show you as an example. Okay, we complete 5 in a row. What happens? Automatically, after you get 5 in a row in any direction, the bingo horns will go off, NLG horns. So if you do this 5 times for a full house, you'll get a different noise. Okay, so if you get a full house, okay, it will play a different noise. In the event that we get a full house, it'll play this noise. There we go. Automatically, you just click on a square and it fills the whole thing green. I don't have to fucking worry about Microsoft Paint either, okay? Also, the noises are customizable. I can change the noises as well if I need to fucking do that, okay? I just made those the default noises for now, It's like, when he sent it to me, he said, okay, there's 2 noises that can play. One for, a bingo row and one for a full house. There are blank WAV files, I just replace it with whatever, so... Eddie says the Final Fantasy VII Victory, Phil hates that game. I mean, I'm just like, I can always replace it, I can always change things up, whatever, but the fact that's what I'm saying, though. MicroPython Cypher has certainly made something very impressive here, it's very good, it's something that's, so Brian says it needs a sound for taking off a square. I can talk to him about that, I was thinking that originally, if you take a square, it can just be a wee ding noise or something. I mean, I will. That's some feedback that I was thinking of myself, to be honest. And so, if I was going live, there we go. So yeah. So make a noise when you take a square. We can certainly try and make that happen. Put it that way. I don't think it would be too hard to make that, to implement that essentially. But yeah, we'll just have this be the, we'll go with this card. Okay, this card right here is what we'll use. Phil's going live. I'll just pause it before he. I'm actually not fucking live. Well, I'm live, but I mean him. So is it gonna have a long intro? Yeah, it has a long intro. Okay, cool. Well, we're just gonna build up some speed up, just I guess. Well, even how about this, guys? Before we begin bingo. The bingo card looks like this. It's got Phil to say now, unique, burp, no exaggeration, and leg slap. Now you got him to get a leaning ban, him saying interesting, people saying him touching his eye, and him talking about food. The third row is Phil saying in fact, absolutely, snort, him scratching his stash, and him giving a thumbs up to the camera. The fourth row is Phil getting at least $15+ in tips, him saying fun, here's the thing, you know what I mean, and him being toxic. The fifth row is Phil bumping a microphone, him saying, by the way, million, you guys, and percent. Are you guys happy with that card? Should we continue with this card? You know, fuck it. I think it's a strong card. I think it's got a very good chance. Also, it's the first of the month, so all the Dentheads welfare checks will be in, which means he's probably going to get fucking $15 in tips as well. Brand new game, first of the month, welfare checks in. Phil's going to be fucking drowning in fucking viewer Denthead contributions this morning. I've got a feeling about it essentially. So there we go. So, with all that being said, I think we'll stick to this card. I think it's a good card. So, there we go. So, with all that being said, I think we can, let's get into the bingo then, eh? We'll get into the bingo, you know, and, I think I'll build up some nice speed up juice. I think I'm going to start with 1.25 though, just because we can. And apparently Phil's playing this, short intro as well. Which means he's got a pre-intro thing then. Okay. Someone says I can ask a number like before and randomise that many times. I can, but I'm not going to ask her to. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll do it in future, okay? Future ones, I'll do it in future. This one, I'm happy just to fucking have a current card because I just pressed it a bunch of times anyway. But I'll be like, you know, random, the first number in chat, like between 1 and 20, and I'll just fucking randomise 20 times or something, or 10 times or whatever. So, probably saying that Starfield isn't having a good launch day. I'm sorry, wrong, but there you go. Starfield isn't having a good launch day, Phil should be extra salty. I mean, when is he fucking no salty? He's always fucking salty. But, yeah, okay. Let's begin the bingo, shall we, guys, and see what Phil has got in store for us. Fingers crossed we can get a full house today. If I do, that'll be fan-dabby-dozy indeed. And, yeah, brand new bingo, a bingo card to test it as well. But, yeah, also, guys, any suggestions for the card, whatever, you know, please, you know, let me know. Me and Cypher as well saying also it'd be good to get feedback and suggestions from people if there's anything they can think of, and you know, to make a noise for every single one that gets ticked or whatever, just like a wee small noise is a good shout, you know, for sure. So that's a good suggestion for sure. But anyway, let's get on with the bingo. Good luck everyone, here we go.
Good morning, everyone. A new month is upon us and the fall gaming season has officially begun because today is the premiere and release of Starfield, which I am so excited about, and we will be talking about that a lot. But in addition, we got the Phil's Day Off segment. We've got some interesting game news. There's a lot to tackle on today's Level 1 podcast, so let's get to it.
Get this shitty fucking intro out of the way.
Alrighty, everyone, indeed. Today is September 1st, 2023. I am Darkside Phil, and I welcome you here to the show. Our first podcast of the new month and the new gaming season. As you can see, the new background is now in effect. The summer months are over, and we are moving on to all the excitement of all the monstrous amounts of new releases that will be coming out in the next several months. You know, next 3 months, September, October, and November. All pretty much gaming overload as usual. Now, I know what you might say. Well, Phil, it's still summertime. Well, in the northern hemisphere of the Earth, you are correct. However, not in the gaming landscape. Seriously, Starfield today is essentially the opening of the floodgates of all of the new games that will be coming out pretty much non-stop over the next many months. And so it definitely is that vibe. It just so happens that the weather here in Washington State has turned from summer to fall. We are getting cooler temperatures, clouds and rain, which is what we normally would have here. And finally, it feels like a big shift for sure. It's just complete coincidence that this is coinciding with a new month and, you know, a new layout here on the show. And so I'm very excited today to be jumping into all of the festivities of a new month and all that comes with and entails. We've got a lot to talk about today. First of all, Starfield is out. I'll be playing it today, tomorrow, Sunday.
Was that an eye touch? Hold on. Was he messing with his eye there?
All of the festivities of a new month. And all that comes with and entails. We've got
Nah, it wasn't his eye. It was fucking the nose or something. My bad.
a lot to talk about today. First of all, Starfield is out. I'll be playing it today, tomorrow, Sunday, probably Tuesday, and maybe Wednesday. So there's only one streaming day this week. I'm not even touching it to give it a small break. What will I think? There's a lot of differing opinions about this game out there right now. You know, the review embargo lifted yesterday, and we've got people reviewing this game as low as a 5 out of 10 and as high as a 10 out of 10. The two major outlets gave it a 7 out of 10, but a lot of their other contemporaries gave it an 8 or 9. It seems like people are all over the place when it comes to Starfield. And the cool thing about that is because there is no consensus, it definitely means that as I tackle this game along with all of you over the next month or two, it's going to be a unique and fun experience for us to kind of judge for ourselves what we think about this game, right? The thing is, I'm a fan of Bethesda games. I like the open world exploration mechanics, the dialogue trees, and the RPG elements. You know, every year, for the last several years, we've been playing a major Bethesda game as kind of a downtime playthrough, starting with Fallout New Vegas and all of its DLCs, then a full-fledged playthrough of Skyrim, and just recently, earlier this year, we had Oblivion. So, it's pretty awesome that for the first time in over, 11 years, we now have a situation where we can now be playing an awesome new Bethesda RPG. It's been that darned long. At the same time, though, there are definitely some big criticisms about the game. The good news is I've not spoiled myself. I don't know anything about the plot, and I haven't really done anything to majorly give myself an advanced knowledge of, you know, what's going to happen gameplay-wise. What I do know is that people have some things they really don't like about the game and some things they really like about the game, and then there's some things in between, and no one can really determine if it's overall good or bad. It's a weird one. But I think those are some of the most unique playthroughs that I've ever done are the ones that no one really has a consensus because now we can judge for ourselves. So I'm excited for this. You know, even when Fallout 4 came out, it was kind of the same. It was like, well, some people like it, some people don't. And I was at first really hyped for it and loved it. Over time, I do think that my love for the game has dissipated the more you think about it, some of the annoyances of the game and its engine. But at the time, it was a really hype, playthrough. So I'm excited. I know you guys are too. Like I said, a game like this, the cool thing is we can play the living hell out of it for a week or two and really enjoy it, and then it can kind of become a late night back burner game that we balance with all the other new releases that take more priority. But I think no matter what, it's going to be a good ride. Really, I feel like I'm feeling those vibes. That everyone's on board to see what the game is about, to enjoy, and to have a good time. So I'm here for that, okay? So we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But in addition to that, we got my Phil's Day Off segment. I'll tell you about everything I did yesterday on my day off, and we got some game news. We got two huge game news stories today. One I would say is incredibly positive, the other incredibly negative. And so it'll be an interesting mix, all right, on the show today. So welcome, everyone. I'm happy to hit the ground running with a brand new month. Before we get there, I do want to say this. Thank you all for an amazing gaming summer. That was an awesome one. Like, seriously, one of the best summers I've ever done of gaming. Why? Because unlike the usual summertime when we didn't have a lot to do and we're trying to desperately fill the time with downtime playthroughs, it was kind of the opposite this year. All right, we had Street Fighter 6 that launched in June and took up an incredible amount of our time. Then we had several RPGs with Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 16. We then balanced that with anniversary playthroughs of Grand Theft Auto 5, which I just completed, and Chrono Trigger. So with all of that going on, the summer flew by in a second. Like, this is one of the fastest moving summers that I think I've ever had as a content creator. In the 15 years that I've done YouTube videos, I don't think we've ever seen one fly by like that. It was like in a blink of an eye. So I was absolutely enjoying all of that with all of you, and you guys were here, you were present, you were supportive, you were interactive, you were engaging. It was an amazing time. That's what I mean. Like, usually it's like, okay, when is the fall coming? Things will pick up in the fall. There was no things to pick up. It was actually quite good the entire summertime. All right, and I really enjoy hanging out with you guys for my anniversary events that I did in August, including the tier maker of the best games of the last 12 years that we did over on DSP Reacts, and of course that very special event we did last week, the 15-year retrospective. They were really great. If you didn't see those, they're archived. You can see all that archive stuff on the DSP Reacts channel, which is youtube.com/@DSP Reacts, and I hope you will give it a look. Also, of course, there was that big montage of time-lapsing of me from all of my vlogs for the last 15 years. That's been the featured video on this channel, and for 1 month people really enjoyed it, but now it's time to move on and get that to not be the featured video anymore, and now it's time for Starfield. So today, Starfield obviously will be the major focus, and probably Starfield Part 1 will become the featured video on this channel for at least a couple of weeks, okay? So, thank you all. One update, and then we'll get into the meat of everything. My shoulder. As you guys know, 3 days ago, I'm in the shower, and as I'm washing my body, I move my neck in a way that I get incredibly excruciating shooting pain in my shoulder. It was going from my neck all the way through the back of my shoulder, down this back shoulder here, and it was bad, like really bad pain. And we talked about it, how bad it was, 3 days ago. And people keep asking me every day about it. Is it getting better? Is it getting better? Well, Wednesday, it did not get any better. It felt just about the same, which was really, really bad. Yesterday was my day off. And I actively tried to prop my head up and sleep with big neck support on Wednesday night heading into Thursday, hoping that that was going to help. I woke up yesterday again in excruciating pain, like seriously bad pain. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This is now the third day. How bad did I really screw my neck up, right? Because I told you guys 11, 12 years ago. It was 2011, so 12 years ago. A very similar thing happened where it was just a daily just moving of my neck, and it hurt so bad that I had lost feeling in my thumb for about 3 months. I had Street Fighter tournaments scheduled that I forfeit and then canceled the trips to because I couldn't play fighting games because I couldn't feel my finger. Okay? That's how bad it was. And the problem is,
I am not going to count that as a thumbs up. That was not an official fucking thumbs up. That's him just showing off his fucking thumb and him trying to say it was in pain. That was not a proper thumbs up.
this is just going to be something that's ongoing for the rest of my life. I know it. It's my genetics. I've already had back problems in my lower back. Now I'm getting them in my neck, and there's nothing that can be done. It's fucking genetics, right? So, I do have some good news. I woke up this morning. It's not as bad. Finally, for the first time in 3 days, the pain is not as bad. Now, I still have the pain, but the pain is moved, which essentially means that my neck is adjusting and trying to fix whatever went wrong. Now, I actually have pain. Instead of going down the back, it's actually going right here into the front of my neck. Right here. And it's not as bad pain as it was the last 2 days. I mean, it was so bad that I was feeling sick to my stomach at some points during the day because the pain was so bad. Now, it's just a more minor pain going right here, down into my shoulder, and it ends right about there. Okay? So it's definitely a nerve pain. Nothing I can really do about it. Good news is, it didn't affect my gameplay, right? I was able to play games normally those 2 days. I had a day off to more relax it, which is good. And now today I'm into the thick of things with a full day of streaming. And hopefully it won't affect anything and we'll have a normal day. You know, hopefully, we'll see what happens, but hopefully it won't affect anything. I won't even have to mention it today. I'm sure people will bring it up. How do you feel? But, you know, I'm doing all I can to essentially try to feel better. Not much I can really do about stuff like this, you know? I'm getting older. It's going to happen more. Okay, so that's out of the way. So the first topic we need to talk about, obviously, is Starfield. Let's get this elephant out of the way, the elephant in the room. Then we'll talk about my day off. We'll talk about the schedule. And then we got gaming news. And then time for shout-outs and all of that. All right?
Money,
So,
money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Barrett Wells. So super chat says Phil's acting like he was born with spina bifida. I don't know if I said that right. I probably butchered it. Spina bifida just sounds like some sort of fucking. It sounds like a fucking, you know, music act you find in the fucking top 20.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Cypher Z for subscribing to the channel. Much appreciated. I'm certain, Barrett, I'm fucking butchering the fucking words you just said. Spina. I mean, spina makes more sense. I'll say spinal cord. Spina bifida? I don't know. But yeah, Phil was acting like he was fucking doomed from the moment he fucking popped out his fucking mum's pussy when I was born because, I have genetics. Genetics has screwed me up. I'm so ugly and I've got all these defects and my skin's so fucking sensitive and all shit. Nothing is ever Phil's fault. You know? Nothing is ever going to be his fault. The way he's fucked up, it's not his fault. There's nothing he can fucking do, apparently. It's everyone else's fucking fault. It's his fucking mummy and daddy's fault for giving him fucking bad genes, and it's fucking Connecticut's fault for fucking having bad air. Thank God Seattle, you know, saved Phil's life with their magical air. Never Phil, though. There's always someone else to fucking blame.
So the first topic we need to talk about, obviously, is Starfield. Let's get this elephant out of the way, the elephant in the room. Then we'll talk about my day off. We'll talk about the schedule. And then we got gaming news. And then time for shout-outs and all of that. All right? So, Starfield is all anyone's talking about. I mean it. Like, if you look online, there's essentially 2 different lines of discussion. All right? And here's the 2 different lines of discussion. Aki in Street Fighter 6, who was announced on Wednesday, at the end of the day, I actually talked about her on my late night Street Fighter 6 stream that I played with Honda, that she's the new DLC character for Street Fighter 6. She's being released on September 27. She is a poison user, all right? And her fighting style is snake fighting style. Did you ever watch Kung Fu movies, the snake style, where it's like the striking of the fingers? So that's the fighting style she uses. She seems maneuverable and weird. She moves like a snake. She's on the ground, like going, woo, woo, wiggling on the ground. Seems unique and interesting. Don't know if we've seen a character like that before. You guys say, what about Fang in Street Fighter 5? Yeah, what about him? He was crap. He was terrible. He was the worst character in the game. They never even tried to make him good. Again, just one of the big flaws of that game is they had entire characters that were just trash, and they acted like they were viable when they weren't. It was just a waste of a character spot. So, That being said, she looks interesting. Unique fighting style. They showed off a couple combos and things with her with drive rush and stuff. Like, yeah, it's getting interesting. So I'm down to use her. When she comes out on the 27th, give her a look. That's the next major thing happening there. And everyone's talking about it. Of course, this is it. The community goes crazy. Here comes fan art. Here comes this speculation and blah, blah, blah. So that's one of the things in gaming news going on right now. But the other thing everyone is talking about is Starfield, all right? Because the review embargo lifted. Now, obviously, you don't know who to believe. I did not get any story spoilers, which is great. I actually have no idea what the story of this game is, which is excellent. I can't wait to experience it for the first time with all of you. But some of the common things people are saying about the game. Number one, it's the most polished Bethesda open world RPG ever made. Even though it's not flawless, it definitely feels more stable than any other open world RPG ever at launch. Because you remember how wonky some of these RPGs have been. Remember Fallout New Vegas, people fusing to the ceiling. Remember Skyrim, where the dragons looked like Barney dinosaurs of big globulous purple goo. We go on and on about all these launch day bugs. Apparently this game doesn't have that many, which is obviously good. Although they are present, they're not like game breaking and ridiculous. A lot of people are saying essentially this is what you always wanted: Fallout and Skyrim in space. If you're looking past that for more, you're not going to get it. That's essentially what it is. So if you're a fan of Bethesda RPGs and that's what you're looking for, you're really going to like Starfield. But if you were looking for them to reinvent the wheel, you're not going to get that here.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Cody Taylor for a super chat, who says that his neck seems fine. His neck seems fine Wednesday with all his fucking raging. That's the point I was trying to make at the start of the stream, precisely. Yeah, you know, a lot of people picked up on it. Phil fucking pretending if he fucking moves his fucking head an inch forward, all of a sudden he gets a fucking huge amount of shooting pain through it, not shooting. He said it's like being stabbed in the fucking neck. And even today, he was fucking saying, oh, it's like being in tremendous fucking pain in my fucking neck. He was moving his head all over the goddamn place, raging and whining about fucking Street Fighter the other night. You know, and not just his fucking head, his arms, he was fucking flailing his arms all over the goddamn fucking place. He was slamming the fucking controller. Nothing seemed different about Phil Burnell whatsoever. I'm not trying to say that Phil didn't fucking like hurt his neck slightly when he was fucking in the shower, but I feel for sure that if he has hurt himself, it is not as bad as he is indicating, because we haven't seen no signs whatsoever of Phil actually fucking being in obvious fucking pain playing these fucking games. Phil seems to fucking forget about it sometimes, and then he'll remind himself, oh wait a second, I'm in pain, let me remind my audience while hamming up and fucking stroking my neck, just to fucking indicate to them, here is where it hurts, please tip me. Fucking ridiculous, but yeah, it's oh, and Phil said people saying, so there we go. Cool stuff.
You're looking for, you're really going to like Starfield. But if you were looking for them to reinvent the wheel, you're not going to get that here. And a lot of people may be disappointed if you're looking for truly like, oh, this is the new next generation RPG experience. It's not. It's just not. You're going to get what you should be expecting and nothing more than that. And I think some people will be disappointed with that. It's 2023. And we're still going to be playing, essentially, an open-world Bethesda game that doesn't feel that innovative from anything else you've done before. I can understand why some people are like, what gives? I mean, isn't this like the 10th one like this now? Right? Yeah, every Elder Scrolls game, every Fallout game since Fallout 3, and now this, and they're all the same, right? I think that's a fair enough criticism, that some people may actually be able to validly criticize the game with that. Now, I've heard some really annoying things, like I've heard the inventory system sucks ass. I'm like, wait a minute, it's 2023, and Bethesda doesn't know how to work inventory in an RPG yet? They haven't figured this out yet. Everyone is agreeing. I'm not even kidding. Like, across the board, everyone who's played Starfield is like, no, the inventory is really bad. We don't know why they still haven't improved this shit. Which is hilarious. Also, here's a common thing that a lot of people are saying, all right? This game would have been very much improved if there were maps for local areas. Apparently, there is no map for the towns and stuff in the game. So you'll wander into a town for the first time and be looking around, and of course you want to explore, but let's say you're coming back to the town for the second time, or what if you're desperately low on health, or you're over encumbered, you want to sell your items, you have no idea where to go because there's no map. So you got to wander around and waste your time walking in circles till you find what you're looking for. And as you know, with these Bethesda games, with some of the sprawling settlements and stuff, it may take a while to find stuff. Why they didn't have maps in an RPG in 2023, again, I mean, the things I'm hearing, I kind of have to agree with. Yeah, the game should have a fucking map. That sounds pretty stupid to me, right? Now, there seems to be one thing that a lot of people are saying, which again, no spoilers, thankfully. These people wrote some pretty good reviews for the game, that apparently, let's listen to this. The game's story, if you take your time, can take 60 hours. If you absolutely rush through the story and do nothing else but main story missions, the story of Starfield is 20 hours long, okay? But what a lot of people who reviewed this game are saying is, this game gets incredibly good once you beat the story. And that's what I don't understand, and I'm happy I don't, because I don't want spoilers of what's going on. But apparently something happens after you beat the story that just makes the game better to play and explore and understand. And
Nah, I was going to ignore that, but I can't ignore it.
I don't, because I don't want spoilers of what's going on.
I'm sorry, but this has potential. This has really good potential. This has good potential for a thumbnail. Hold on. What about that? This place right here. Hold on. I think that can work. Yeah, I think that can work. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let's see how this looks. What the hell am I doing? Let's see how this looks. So I got a website right here. Good stuff indeed. Copy that and paste it in, and the result says perfect. Absolutely perfect. Jesus me, man. Jesus. That's a good thumbnail, I guess, for future. I couldn't ignore it. It had to be done.
But apparently something happens after you beat the story that just makes the game better to play and explore and understand. And I don't know. I don't want to know. All I know is something's going to happen at the end of the story that makes the game better, and that's it. So there was actually one reviewer, he was like, I kind of heard about this, so I ran through the story, I beat it in 20 hours, and now I played 40 hours of exploration doing all the side content, and I love this game so much. I actually didn't like it that much during the story, but I love it now that I beat the story. And I'm like, what could that be? Do the brother moons come awake? And you have to do alien invasion missions or something? Like, I don't know. Like, it's weird. It's a weird thing to say, but that's what everyone is kind of saying. Okay? So, I really don't know. I'm confused. And I guess we'll have to find out for ourselves. Really, we'll have to just find out for ourselves. Now, here's the thing. Am I going to rush the story? No. I'm going to play it like any other Bethesda RPG. I'm going to play it and enjoy it at my own pace. We're going to do side content. We're going to be exploring. We're going to be doing fun stuff. What I'm hoping is that, like other Bethesda games, you're going to become immersed in the world, and everywhere you go, here's a new quest, here's a new interesting thing going on, and you kind of lose your way. I like that about Bethesda RPGs. You can show up in a new settlement, and you're there to do one mission, but then you find 20 more, and you just end up having so much fun doing all the content in that area that you don't care that you didn't do the story right away. Like, I'm totally okay with that, right? So I certainly hope that that's the case. I don't want... Here's the thing. Here's my fear. This week, I'm playing it today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Tuesday minimum. I may even play it again on Wednesday, Starfield that. So you're talking, that's a good 12 to 14 hours of gameplay. If by the end of this week, we've played for 14 hours, and it doesn't feel like the game is fun yet, that's a fucking problem, all right? I hate to say it, too many game developers in the modern day are taking too long.
Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much to Cal Denson for the super chat. It says, is it against terms of service to put Hulk Hogan standing up next to Phil in that chop up? I can see what I can do. Put it that way. I'll see what I can do when I'm making a thumbnail. But yeah, it's against terms of service. It probably depends what Hulk's doing or even Phil's doing to him. But yeah, I'll see if I can get creative enough. Who knows? But yeah, this certainly has it certainly has a lot of room for potential rudeness. I'll just put it that way.
Alright? I hate to say it, too many game developers in the modern day are taking too long to get to the good parts of their games. They think that every video game you buy is a full-time time investment for you. At least they seem to be acting like that. Like, I'm gonna sit here and play your game for 25 hours before I have fun. No. I buy a video game to have fun when I start playing it, not 20, 30 hours in. If I buy Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and immediately at the beginning of the game, I try to go in one direction, and I'm completely, boom, hit with a brick wall because everything there is overpowered, but you didn't tell me not to go that way, that's a flaw of your game. If everywhere I go, there's content that's completely superfluous and doesn't add anything to the game, it just feels like busy work, that's a flaw of your game's design. Okay, that's not good content, that's trash. And that means that you basically did not ask gamers what's meaningful to them, you just felt like putting shit into your game that's tedious. I don't want to spend launch week of Starfield wasting my time being bored, and then when finally the game gets good the middle of September, well, guess what? Now we got Lies of P. Now,
Nah, I don't agree with this take whatsoever. Phil just fucking wants a game to hold his hand because, the game didn't tell him what to fucking do. Heaven forbid fucking game developers should fucking trust gamers to fucking know what to fucking do and what fucking level to be at and all shit. I tell you what, From my own personal experience, okay, I'm replaying Red Dead Redemption 2. The last time I played it was on console years ago. I got it for PC and I'm enjoying it. And even though the game, you know, over time will kind of take you kind of everywhere if you just stick to the story, one of the first things I did was just fucking explore. As soon as I was able to do it, I explored a lot of the areas, trying to unlock all these different places and all that shit, trying to unlock all these fast travel spots, because the game allows you to fucking do it. You have the chance to fucking do it, the game trusts you to do it, and it's fun.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Carlos Mystery for the super chat. It says DSP racism against the Japanese strikes again here, Phil. Phil will fucking not waste a single opportunity to have a go at anyone different than him, especially the Japanese. And why the Japanese in particular, Nintendo and all that jazz? Because the Japanese had the audacity to beat Phil at EVO. Even though Phil was a ranked #1 American player, he was 4th overall because those damn Japanese were better than him at the game.
Time being bored, and then when finally the game gets good the middle of September, well, guess what? Now we got Lies of P, now we got Mortal Kombat 1, now we got the expansion character for Street Fighter 6 at the end of the month. That's not when I want Starfield to be good. I want Starfield to be good now, when I start fucking playing it. So if this game sucks ass for the first dozen hours, Bethesda fucked up. And I'm going to call it out and say that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They need to make a good game from the start. They better figure this shit out. It's pretty sad that I keep hearing these things about these new games, and they just don't fucking know what they're doing. Like, do you understand what a video game is supposed to be? It's supposed to be you're unplugging from the real world, you're sitting down in a fantasy environment, and you're enjoying yourself. It's that simple. That's the premise of a video game. And it could be a puzzle game, a sim...
No, Phil. Anytime the fucking game does something which you don't fucking like and agree with, you're always fucking saying that's not realistic. It can be a fucking complete fantasy fucking style game where people are fucking doing incredible fucking moves and all that shit, you know, and like they're fucking doing like all these gymnastic action sequences through the fucking air. But then you're going to fucking complain about that not being realistic in a game. Oh, why is that person not dead yet? That's not realistic. Where's your fucking lack of immersion then, Phil? Also, this particular freeze frame, quite funny, but not as funny as that. Funny, but not as funny as that. So yeah, it was, but still, I think a solid pause. And by the way, quick shout out to Ravens Dolphin and the stream, because they were responsible for today's thumbnail. They pointed out some clips to me, and I went, okay, I'm on it, I'll get them. And yeah, so Ravens Dolphin, I was able to tune into the stream this morning from them, and it was them that got suggested those things to use for the thumbnail, so big ups to them.
Game, an RPG, a fighting game, a platformer, a racing game, a sports game, a shooter, as long as you're pulling yourself out of reality, and you're going into a fantasy environment and you're enjoying yourself, you've made a successful video game. Seriously, if I'm playing this game and I'm not having fun, that's a problem. Not, oh, it's okay. The first 20, 30 hours are supposed to be boring. Then the game gets good. Then you didn't make a good game. You have failed. And that's going to be sad because this game needs to be good. Bethesda really needs a good one, and man, does Microsoft need a good one. Right now, they both have a bad track record. So they need a big one to redeem it, all right? So what's going to happen? I don't know. We're going to find out, okay? Together. Because we're going to do this exploration. We're going to do all this together. And I hope that you guys will join me for this journey. Because like I said, as I'm approaching playing Starfield, I got an open mind. I'm going to approach it like any other Bethesda RPG, but I'm approaching it more as like an observational experiment. Will this game actually be good? Will it not? I will tell you my honest feelings. I don't have to lean either way. I have nothing to benefit from saying it's the best game ever, it's the worst game ever, it's somewhere in between. I don't benefit by doing any of those things, you understand? I'm not going to get clickbait views on hateful content, and I'm not going to get a bunch of praise and rewards for saying the game is great. None of that. I can be honest with you guys because that's the unique position I find myself in as a 15-year creator on YouTube, because I walked a different path from everybody else. So, let's see what happens. Here's the thing. I take everything that I hear about these games with a grain of salt. Because just to give you some perspective here, some people, like I said, have said this game is like a 5 out of 10. IGN and GameSpot gave it a 7 out of 10. But a lot of outlets are giving it 8 to 10 out of 10. That's a huge discrepancy. I mean, you're going from between the game is barely average to the game is just slightly above average but not great and a disappointment to this game is one of the best games of all time. What is that discrepancy, right? Do people have agendas? Either way? So you can't really trust any of it. And I think that's why we're finding ourselves in a really unique position. Because we don't know what's going to happen as I play this game. And that's a cool feeling. The first major game of this busy fall gaming season is a big question mark, which lets us all feel that it's that feeling of we're crossing a new frontier. We're going into something truly untreaded. We'll,
Money,
you know, we'll,
money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money.
Why am I
yeah,
getting
yeah.
Phil the DJ vibes here?
Money,
Honestly, I feel like Phil's on some sort of DJ set just waiting for the fucking beat to drop here, doing his fucking maneuver right now. Just trying to get the fucking audience hype up because the beat's about to fucking drop. Yeah, I got to fucking distract myself way too much just fucking making Phil dance like that. Thank you very much to Lena Guardian for super chat, who says he walked the begging path. Yeah, Phil tries to fucking make himself sound so much fucking better and so much more fucking honest and all that shit compared to other content creators because they fucking shelled out, they fucking took adverts and all that shit.
yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
I'll finish what I was saying first about Lena Guardian's point. But yeah, Phil always tries to fucking make his content seem like the fucking one of a kind because apparently he's the only content creator that exists on this fucking platform that is not sponsored. It doesn't take advertisements. It isn't fucking getting promoted or paid for their fucking takes or whatever. No, Phil, there are millions of people like that on YouTube. You want to fucking pretend that you're fucking winning you're a fucking diamond in the rough here because, and the simple fact of the matter is, Phil, most people on YouTube are not getting paid for their takes on the game, not by the game developers, not by social media, whatever. No, Phil, it's not like that. Very small number of those content creators maybe getting fucking paid to try and promote a game or hype the game or just fucking talk about the game, especially if they're big enough anyway. But Phil, you are not unique, and pretending you are is cringe as hell to us. Anyway. Thank you very much as well to Barrett Bills for Super Chat, who says that Phil has worse takes than Kotaku, and I mean, it's close. I'd say yeah, I mean, usually Phil does have worse takes, but that's not to say that fucking Kotaku has any good takes, because they're pretty bad as well.
the major game of this busy fall gaming season is a big question mark, which lets us all feel that it's that feeling of we're crossing a new frontier. We're going into something truly untreaded. Will it be, will it be good? Will it be bad? Will we find somewhere in between? Let's find out for ourselves, right? Let's see what happens. I know it's funny because some people are saying IGN laughing out loud. Their scores are never scaled properly. You know, they said Knack was better than this game. They said that Deathloop is a 10 out of 10. Deathloop, fucking Deathloop, was a 10 out of 10 to IGN. I know. So let's see how things go starting today. And this should be definitely an interesting experiment and an interesting time. I'm excited. So let's now get into the schedule so you guys know what to expect this week before we get into the Phil's Day Off and the gaming news segment. Today it is Starfield here on the first stream, my premiere stream of the game. Can't wait to make my character in class and start playing. About 3 hours of gameplay. Tonight on the late stream, it is Friday Night Fights. Street Fighter 6 ranked gameplay. This time we're swooping over to Blanca, who I've been doing quite good with. Last time I played with Blanca, I had an 81% win ratio, which is insane for high level diamond stuff. We're on the edge of hitting 5-star diamond. We'll probably do that tonight. And then we'll see how far we get. I really doubt we're hitting master tonight because it is a grind and climb to do it. But we should do really, hopefully, decently well tonight and get close to master with Blanca. Okay, tomorrow, more Starfield on my daytime stream. Tomorrow night, we continue on with the awesome Chrono Trigger playthrough. Sunday, it is my React day, so it's DSP versus the internet on the first stream, and then the late night stream will be more Starfield. That's right, Starfield will be a late night stream on Sunday, so we can keep that momentum moving. Monday will be the day when we will take a break from Starfield for a bit after the first, 8+ hours, and it'll actually be Armored Core 6 on my first stream, and more Street Fighter on the late stream, this time swapping over to Honda in rank. Honda just hit 5-star diamond, and so we're starting that grindy climb to get him to master, okay? And then Tuesday, Starfield, and Starfield will be paired with Chrono Trigger. Wednesday is my final consecutive streaming day this week, and this day is up in the air. It could be more Starfield, it could be Armored Core. I'm going to leave it in your hands. What do you guys truly want more of this week? I guess we'll see by the end of the week how good Starfield has been, and if we really want more, we'll do more. I'm excited for that, okay? We'll see what happens. And then Wednesday night, probably more Street Fighter 6, likely a second session of Blanca. Maybe between tonight and then I'll hit Master. I don't know. By the way, it is official. I hit 2,500 wins.
Who cares? Who the fuck cares about your fucking shitey fucking fabricated fucking record? And by the way, that's our first bingo of the game so far because we have a fucking row, a column, fucking completed so far. Before Phil starts fucking talking pish, Prophet has sent me the most recent stats, so I'll read them off in Discord. That's why, don't worry about the fucking screen being black, but it's okay because I'm on Discord reading what Prophet is saying. So, according to Prophet, overall win rate for PS5 is down 1.01%, down to 67.68%. The overall E-Honda win rate is 64.27%, which is down 1.82%. So Phil lost more than he won yesterday on Wednesday's late stream. It did not go well, especially with Click Channels doing 40 plus minutes videos on Phil's Salt. Shout out to Memeology for that one. Probably some of the best blow-ups we've seen so far of Phil playing Street Fighter 6. And Phil's, according to Profit, Phil should hit Master Rank on the next streams with Honda and Blanca. That is unless he really screws up, which is possible. And something else to fucking cover here that you guys might not be aware of, but Profit told me you only need a 25% win rate to hit Master, essentially. It only takes like a 25% win rate. So how's that reward? How is Master 25% win rate? It's crazy. But that's kind of what it boils down to.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Don't know why Phil wouldn't dance me, but that's a shame. But thank you very much to Logan K for Super Chat, who says, "It's a long holiday weekend in the US. Lots of people will be home. He should play Starfield as much as he can. I swear his schedule is self-sabotage. Phil's whole entire YouTube career is self-sabotage. He does the most damage to himself. Doesn't matter what detractors do. Doesn't matter what Tevin does, or Hate Army, or Echo Teal, or Be Awesome. All these people pale in comparison to the damage that DSP does himself, to his channel, to his business, with the dumb decisions that he makes on a regular basis. So self-sabotage is essentially his fucking bread and butter when it comes to him dealing with his fucking business. He really is his own worst enemy, and always will be. He never learns."
By the way, it is official. I hit 2,500 wins in Street Fighter 6, and we were so into Street Fighter 6 and me, leveling Honda the other night, we forgot to count. So yeah, here's the deal. The other night, E-Honda certainly wasn't easy going, but I won more than I lost. I got 41 wins and 31...
No, you didn't. No, according to Profit. You lost more than you won on Wednesday, on the late stream, according to Profit. So I know, I was going by what Profit said me, but Profit said that Phil lost more than he won. And I believe Profit over you, Phil, because you lie all the goddamn time.
losses, hitting 5-star diamond, 57% win-loss ratio, thankfully. Overall, 2,519 wins, 1,638 losses, a 60% win rate. Okay? So, that being said, thank you for an amazing summer of Street Fighter 6. 2,500 wins is nothing to be ashamed of. I'm very happy that I've maintained the win-loss ratio and everything. Tonight, when we play Street Fighter, we'll celebrate that. We'll do a little segment, we'll talk, we'll kind of do a little bit of a happiness atmosphere there to say, man, we hit the milestone. It just sucks because like the 1,000 wins we counted and everything, but it's been such a grind and everything that I didn't even really think to count the other night with Honda, and then we hit it and I didn't even know. All right. But anyway, yes, we'll do that tonight. Good stuff, and I hope that you will join me tonight for Street Fighter. Okay? So that's the schedule for the week. And then after that, yes, it'll definitely be a balance between Starfield and Armored Core 6 as the day streams, with the night streams a balance between Street Fighter 6 and Chrono Trigger until we beat it. Chrono Trigger, right now, we are heading into the end game, so I don't know how much more we'll have when we beat Chrono Trigger. What you guys want next is kind of up to you, kind of up in the air. Some people were saying Do Sea of Stars, which I'd be down for. Seems like it is the spiritual successor to Chrono Trigger. A brand new game just came out a few days ago, and a lot of people are absolutely loving it, giving it high review scores and everything.
Successor. There it is again. Not successor. No. Successor. I just love some days he knows how to say it and sometimes he has no fucking clue how to fucking say it. A spiritual successor. Maybe just too many fucking S's for his tiny little pig brain to comprehend.
Some people were saying Do Sea of Stars, which I'd be down for. Seems like it is the spiritual successor to Chrono Trigger. A brand new game just came out a few days ago, and a lot of people are absolutely loving it, giving it high review scores and everything, so we'll have to think about it, okay? Okay. So, that's that, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time for that tried and true segment, your favorite segment, my favorite segment. It's a segment that we all like to call Phil's Day Off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Phil's Day Off with this brand new logo. All right, are you ready? All right, let's do it. Phil's Day Off. What did I do yesterday? Well, first of all, as I told you guys, I tried to sleep in a way that propped my neck up so that I wouldn't have pain. All right, and I woke up in the morning to excruciating pain. Like, not even kidding. Like, really bad, debilitating, shooting pain in the back of my shoulder here. So, I shaved and showered in the morning. And, I met my wife in the kitchen. She had already was up ahead of me and everything. And, say, hey, she's like, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm not doing good. I'm in a lot of pain, man. Like, I'm just not feeling so good. So we ended up having our breakfast and did our usual stuff, made our shopping list for this week. Not a very crazy day. Like, by the way, just so you guys know, Kat is very excited for Starfield. She loves Bethesda RPGs. She's played Fallout 3, she played Fallout New Vegas, she played Fallout 4, she's played Skyrim. She loves this style of game. And she's been anticipating Starfield a lot. Like, for her, this is one of her, if not her most anticipated games of the last several years. So she's super pumped. So she even said, I would like to at least play Starfield maybe 2-3 hours yesterday. Because it actually, for those who don't know, released 5 p.m. Pacific time yesterday. Okay? A lot of people didn't know that. They thought, oh, it released this morning. No, it actually released yesterday. Okay? So, because of that, I said, here's what we'll do. You know, we'll run the errands, we'll have dinner. And then when it releases, if you want, you know, I'll just go do other stuff. I can run some errands in the house or, you know, do some stuff in the office, take a nap, whatever.
I just fucking love it. It's like the fucking precious day off. Phil's always fucking hyped out a big day off. It's a 1 day off week. I get to spend some quality time with my fucking wife. And then the day off comes around and Phil, you know, and Kat's like, hey, fuck you if I want to play my fucking game. I don't want to spend time with you. I want to fucking play this new game. I really like this fucking game. I've been waiting a long time for this fucking game. Who cares what your fucking feelings, Phil? I want to fucking play this brand new game. And Phil's like, okay, honey. I'll just do something else. I'll just sit in the corner and fucking keep myself to myself. And I'll tell you exactly what Phil fucking done. You wanna know what Phil fucking done on that fucking day off? There you go. People are wondering why, you know, why the fucking spending went up so much. Well, I guess Kat wasn't fucking distracted enough. Kat was too busy fucking playing Starfield. So he fucking spent $1,317 fucking dollars on this ridiculous fucking mobile game. What a big fucking surprise. Jesus fucking Christ, man. The one quality fucking time off, you know, to get, you know, time together to have, and Kat's like, nah, honey, I don't want nothing to do with you anymore. It's 5 p.m. at time Starfield. And Phil's like, okay, honey, I'll just find something else to do. Never mind our quality time together.
You know, I'll just go do other stuff. I can run some errands in the house or, you know, do some stuff in the office, take a nap, whatever. And you can play for a few hours, and when you're done...
I'll go do some other stuff, like chores or sleep. Jesus fucking Christ, what a fucking... If only I had fucking friends, I could have fucking done something with it. You know, if only I had friends. You know, most normal people be like, okay then, you have fun with your fucking game, honey. I'm going to fucking catch up with my buddies and have a few drinks. Most people would fucking maybe do that. But Phil, he has nobody else in his fucking life. What's going to fucking go do? Take Jasper to the fucking park? So this is my son Jasper. You want to go on a swing, Jasper?
Play and come get me, and then we'll have a nice relaxing night together, all right? Why didn't I sit there and watch her play it? Because I don't want to spoil myself. You know, I'd be pretty bad to spoil myself on release day of the game when I knew I was playing it with you guys here today, right? So, went out and did the errands. Nothing too crazy, you know, just grocery shopping and pet supply shopping. That was it. Trying to think, was there? No, that was it. It was a very basic day. Not a lot of traffic, which was nice. Also cooler with some rain, which was excellent. Like I said, we really have hit fall temperatures and weather now, as opposed to how crazy it was this whole summer, where we had record high temperatures for longer periods of time than ever before. You know, we had entire weeks that were 90+ degrees. We never had that out here in Washington. So yeah, global warming is certainly real for sure. Like, it was pretty bad this summer, but now we're into the fall weather, which is excellent. All right, so, you know, did the grocery shopping and all that. Luckily didn't hurt my arm. You know, the thing is, not my arm that hurts, it's my shoulder. So as long as when I'm carrying stuff, I have my arms down, I'm all right. If I try to lift, you know, my arms all the way up, that's when it would hurt me. So I pretty much avoided any further problems with that, which was good.
Oh really? As long as you don't lift your arms up, you're fine.
Blah!
Exhibit A. What else can we use to fucking prove this?
Oh, I neutral jump, I neutral jump again. Neutral jump, neutral look at me, I neutral jump. I round everything, I'm such a good player because I keep neutral jumping. Wow.
Okay, that wasn't a good example, you know, because I didn't do it there. Well, when else did I do it?
H quit after I outplayed him completely. What a pussy motherfucker.
No, just him being fucking toxic. So the arms are up there.
Blah!
Blah! Yeah, indeed.
Or you say punch, 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 punch. Oh, it finally hit. Let me do a combo. That's literally what she just did. And I can't do anything about it. It's trash.
Arms all over the place here.
Punch, 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 punch.
Look at those arms.
Oh, look, it's still working. Punch,
keep an eye on those arms.
Punch, punch. Oh, finally.
Wow, look at that big flurry. And amazing, no pain whatsoever, eh? He just fucking suddenly lift his arms out if I can blow that right above his fucking head. And where's the pain? Where's the grimace of pain of Phil forgetting that his fucking neck and shoulder was hurting him? It's quite convenient, isn't it, everyone, that Phil Burnell did not show any sign of pain whatsoever when he's throwing his arms about the place when he's playing the game. It's almost like he's not actually fucking suffering and is pretending it's fucking really sore to try and bait pity money out of his dent heads. Fuck me, man. Every fucking time.
The thing is, not my arm that hurts, it's my shoulder. So as long as when I'm carrying stuff, I have my arms down, I'm all right. If I try to lift, my arms all the way up, that's when it would hurt me. So I pretty much avoided any further problems with that, which was good. And so when I got home, we ordered some food. We ended up ordering a pizza. We actually got a big pizza from a wood fire oven pizzeria with a side salad, a Caesar salad. So we had some pepperoni pizza and Caesar salad. It was quite delicious, really, really tasty. And then after that, we said, all right, let's, she wants to play. I don't want to, spoil myself. So she goes to boot up the game, and the game says, oh, error, you're here too early. You can't play it yet. What? What are you talking about? She bought the upgrade. For those who don't know, the way that Starfield works, there's the standard edition, and if you buy the standard edition, that unlocks on September 6th. But then if you buy the ultimate edition, you get to play it today. Okay? Ultimate edition is more expensive, but it also includes DLC down the line. Okay? Now, if you are a Game Pass subscriber, as many of us are, then you have access to the game on September 6th. But there is something called a unique digital upgrade, where you can upgrade from the Game Pass edition of the game to the Premier or Premium edition of the game, so you can still play it today. That costs $32. Okay? So basically, you get 5-day early access for $32, but you also get the DLC as well as if you had bought the Premium edition of the game. So you save a lot of money, because if you didn't have Game Pass, it would have been over $90 for that version. Because you have Game Pass, it's only $32. Okay? So my wife had bought that and already had the game fully installed or whatever, and we're like, why isn't the game working? And I said, wait a minute, I know what's going on. This has happened before with other games I've had. In all of their excitement, they idiotically must have released a separate file download that doesn't auto-download when you buy this version. It should. If you bought the premium version, why would it not download the file to play it? But I guarantee you that's what it is. So we actually had to go back to the Xbox Marketplace and search for Starfield. And there it is, Premium Edition upgrade as a separate listing. You click on it, and now it says, oh, you own this? Click here. So you click on it, and then it says, oh, available downloads. The base game, which you already have, but then there's the art book and soundtrack download, which is like 16 gigabytes, and then there's a separate 51 megabyte file that enables you to play the game. Why would that not auto-download when you buy the premium version? So we got it, we installed it, and she was able to boot her up, and as the game was booting, I said, I'm out of here. So I headed upstairs, and like I said, I did a few things around the office. I basically set up a bunch of bills to get paid for the first few weeks of this coming month. So that's all set and done. I had some Reese's Pieces, which are absolutely delicious. I know this is very exciting for you. I ate Reese's Pieces. Wow. Yes. Groundbreaking, amazing. Reese's Pieces, dude. When I was a kid, I used to eat Reese's Pieces all the time. I thought they were absolutely delicious candy. And then I haven't eaten Reese's Pieces, probably no exaggeration, since I was in my 20s. And recently we bought one of those variety bags.
Shut up for a second, just so I can take this. Alright, continue.
Bags of candy, which I almost never have in the house, but just on a whim, I said, let's just get one. We haven't had one in a million years. And this bag has like Hershey, little mini Hershey bars, like little mini.
And right, just like that, we have back-to-back bingos because Phil said million. Very strong start to this card, this brand new card. In case you guys aren't aware, by the way, this bingo card is powered with a Python program. Somebody was kind enough to send it to me. That's someone being MicroPython Cypher. And yeah, it's a cool wee tool. Looks different. Automatically plays a sound every time you get a fucking roll complete. There you go.
Kit Kats, Reese's Pieces, and like little mini peanut butter cups. So every once in a while, I want to treat myself. I just go in there and I go, whoa, just grab a handful, like 2 or 3 pieces of candy, and I have some. So I grabbed some Reese's Pieces, and I ate some Reese's Pieces while I was upstairs. Dude, Reese's Pieces are exactly the same as they were when I was a kid. Out of all the things that I've had over the years, that they have changed and shrunken, and the flavor is different, and the size is different, and the quality is different, and the price is different, Reese's Pieces are identical to how they were when I was a child. If you don't know what a Reese's Pieces is, it looks like an M&M, but it's peanut butter on the inside, not chocolate. It tastes ridiculously good. My preference is to pop 2 in my mouth at once, crunch down on them together, and just let that peanut buttery goodness seep over my tongue and taste buds. All right? I recommend that's how you eat them as well. You guys love the Phil's Day Off segment, do you not? This is what I was doing. My wife was playing Starfield. I was upstairs enjoying the gourmet flavors of Reese's Pieces for several hours. Okay. Anyway, outside of that, I didn't do that much. I actually took a nap, which normally I don't do. I don't have time to do it. But I actually took it like a nap for like an hour or something like that. And my wife came upstairs and woke me up and said, hey, I'm done for now. I played for like 2-3 hours. I really enjoyed it. And she basically just told me she made her character, and there were some decisions about what style of character you want to do. And she had basically done kind of the intro and stuff like that. And she's like, I don't want to get too far, you know, I'll play it fully, you know, starting tomorrow or whatever, while you're playing it. So there you go. And she liked it. So now we went downstairs, and my wife and I watched, what did we watch? We watched some of that show Chopped. You ever seen that show Chopped? It's the chefs in a talent cook-off where they have to use random ingredients like, pork butts and fried snake boogers and, almonds roasted in like monkey duty or something. You have to make a good dish out of it. So basically we watched like a few episodes of that, and then we watched like some other, like some House Hunters and other reality TV or whatever. We just had a relaxing night together. So overall, it was a pretty good day, I would say. Overall, really no stress. That was the good thing. I wasn't stressed out. There wasn't a lot going on where I was like, I got a lot to do or whatever. It was cooler weather, which I really appreciated. Overall, just pretty good. Pretty good day. And we got leftover pizza, which is always a plus to have leftover delicious pizza for future, consumption. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Phil's day off. I know that was a big one. Like, you guys are very excited to hear about this one. Every week, I'm going to get more and more exciting. And maybe next week, I'll tell you about how many times I wipe my ass. But anyway, thank you very much for listening to this segment. But now it is time for us to move on to something way more serious. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your favorite segment, my favorite segment, everyone's favorite segment of the podcast, DSPN, also known as DSP News, the gaming news segment. And we have two hot off the press. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on.
He's fucking off somewhere. Shame we don't have stands up on the car, do
Jesus. I forgot my news stories. Here we go. Hot off the presses. All right. We have some very exciting gaming news stories. You ready for this? I'm very excited for this stuff. I hope that you guys are too. All right. Here we go. I'm telling you, this came right out of the newsroom. I have a crack team working news. They do a great job of researching. Let me tell you. They really scour the internet, social media, and everything to find.
So much for being a one-man band, just fucking doing it on your own without fucking anyone helping you. Even though Phil's trying to make a funny fucking joke here, doesn't really fucking look good in him when he's fucking pretending he's got fucking people helping him do this shit. Doesn't really help his fucking narrative. He doesn't have a team of people helping him behind the scenes, fucking editing shit, however.
The best stories for this show every day, and I'm really proud of the work that they do. So let's get to it. Our first story of the day here today is kind of a sad one. Let's do the sad story first. All right. And then let's do the two. I take it back. There's three stories today. I have one sad one and two positives. Let's get the sad one out of the way. All right. So, story number one. Volition Studios. Who knows Volition Studios? If you don't know who they are, they've been around for 30 years. They made games like The Descent. They made games such as the Red Faction series, including one of the ones I played early on in my YouTube career, Red Faction Guerrilla. They also are responsible for the entirety of the Saints Row franchise, including Saints Row 1 through 3 and all of its expansions, Agents of Mayhem spinoff that was really weird, and then the recent Saints Row reboot last year, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, sadly it is official. Volition Studios has been closed. Closed by their parent company, Embracer Group. Every single employee has been laid off. They were shit-canned last night. And here's how it all went down. Basically, this Embracer Group has been buying up quite a ton of gaming studios and the like over the last couple of years. And a lot of people have been wondering, geez, did they have like a strategy behind this? Is there something they're trying to do? Or are they just buying up anything and just hoping that something sticks as profitable? Well, now we kind of know they're just literally buying up everything and hoping that everything sticks as profitable, and a lot of things are not. So now they're starting to cut the fat, so to speak. If you take a look at Volition's recent outings in the last few years, sadly, they have not been very good. Back in like 2017, 2018, they had Agents of Mayhem. Now, if you don't know what that game is, basically they were attempting to make Saints Row 5, right? And for some reason, during the development of the game, they decided not to make that game Saints Row 5. Okay? It's weird because it definitely played like a Saints Row game. It was third-person action-based combat. The difference was, instead of it being about gangs, it was actually about superheroes and villains. So you had a team of like heroes and villains teaming up to become this group called the Agents of Mayhem, like a clandestine group of spy agents. And they were doing like missions with, some had like ice power, some had like, big guns and rockets and stuff. It was interesting. The gameplay elements were not bad. The problem was the story was abysmally bad. It was so boring. The characters, they tried so hard to make them have like personality, and they just didn't. It was bad writing. It felt like the writers of the original Saints Row trilogy don't work for the company anymore, and then someone tried to bite off of their style and make their own game in the same style, but you could tell it's like fan service rather than actual talent. So it was nowhere near as good. The other weird thing was there were characters in the game that were blatantly characters from Saints Row, but because they were so determined to say this isn't Saints Row 5, the characters were weird. Like one of the guys, I remember he was one of the actual like gang members from Saints Row. He was one of the notable ones, but then they renamed him and said, oh, that's not him, it's somebody else. But it literally acts like him, sounds like him, has all the mannerisms of him. But why would you say it's not the guy from Saints Row? It was really weird. Anyway, when the game released, it had no personality, and a lot of people just said this game's, they panned it. I agree, I played it. I was so bored with this game. It was just grinding style gameplay over and over again with no real reason to do it. It was just an endless tedium style game. So it did not do well. It sold very poorly. And so after that, they determined what they wanted to do was bring back Saints Row. But I guess what they kind of realized is with Saints Row 4 and its expansion, Gat Out of Hell, they had essentially run Saints Row kind of into the ground. So they decided they were going to reboot Saints Row completely over from scratch. The problem being, when you have an established franchise, people are going to expect a certain level of stuff from that franchise. Take a look at recent reboots that have completely flopped. The one that really, to my mind, stands out is the Ghostbusters reboot, right? You have a classic series of movies starring a classic comedy cast from the 1990s, and now you're going to try to reboot it in the 20-teens, 2016 particularly, with an all-female cast of comedians, the humor style nothing whatsoever like the original movies, but you're claiming it's Ghostbusters for a new generation. What happened? Insane amounts of backlash. People remember the original and they want more of the original. They don't want a reimagining or a rebooting or a redoing. They just want more of the old stuff that used to do really well. You see? So why would you reinvent the wheel when you already have the wheel sitting next to you and everyone wants more of the wheel? I don't know. They avoided making a Saints Row 5 with Agents of Mayhem, and then they decided we'll reboot Saints Row. So in 2021, they revealed the Saints Row reboot to everyone. And what everyone saw was not what they wanted from Saints Row. They saw a group that, yes, they were kind of irreverent or whatever, but all of that kind of over-the-top, zany humor from the original Saints Row was missing. In fact, a lot of people said, oh no, you gotta be kidding me. It looks like they went woke. They got all these characters now that seem to be there purposefully just to check a box. Oh, we wanted diversity, and we wanted a character of this type and that type. Why are they there? Are they funny? Are they intelligent? Or are they just there to say this is the reboot and see we gotta be modern like everything else, right? So what ended up happening was, when they announced this reboot and they put out the trailer in 2021, the public opinion came out very strongly against it. People were like, whoa, 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 whoa. This looks like it's not in the original spirit of what Saints Row is supposed to be. It doesn't have this humor. It has a weird cast that doesn't seem to make sense. And we get it that you're rebooting, but why are you doing this, right? Like, we want more of the old Saints Row. We're dying for it. It's been many years now. Give us a new one. To which Volition Games came out publicly and said, we're not listening to any of your feedback. We feel this is the best possible move for Saints Row, so we're just going to do whatever we feel like, and you're going to like it or not. Don't play it. They actually said that. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the worst.
Did they actually say that, Phil? Did they actually fucking properly say that? Was that word for word accurate? Are you fucking committing slander here by fucking putting words into the mouths of people, without, because you're fucking perpetrating yourself here as some sort of fucking news authority. And are you fucking fabricating quotes just to fucking raise your own profile here? Did they say exactly that? I mean, if they didn't say exactly that, Phil's, again, potentially going to give himself some issue, perhaps, if people fucking make a fuss about it. Let's look at some otters. Let's take a wee small break and enjoy some otters doing some otter-style things. They're all so cute. That was on our beautiful day in Monterey Bay. There we go, fucking great stuff. Nice to get a wee otter break now and again, just to fucking, detoxify from Phil's nonsense bullshit. Good old fucking stuff, there we go. Otters are doing their job, bless them. Let's get back to bingo, shall we?
Possible thing you can say in the current gaming climate. Reason being, there's way too much competition. There's way too much going out there for people to spend their money on. You can't be telling people, we know that you want this, but we're not going to give it to you just because we're, that's, and again, it almost felt like they were attacking. Why would you attack your actual fan base who's telling you this is what we want?
Really? This idiot is fucking questioning this person who regularly fucking shits over his fan base on a fucking daily basis is saying this about other people. How in the hell can... Oh my god. The lack of self-awareness is insane here, because he regularly, on a regular fucking basis, daily basis pretty much, attacks his fans.
You've done it before in the past. It's really good. Please give us more. And then he attacked them for it, right? So basically, what ended up happening was backlash, right? Everyone's like, well, listen, if they stay with this, we're not buying this goddamn game. So what happened? They kept making the game. The game came out last year, around the middle of last year, middle of 2022. And a lot of people had pre-ordered it. And the game came out to insane amounts of criticism that the game essentially was not good. They actually started comparing animations.
So Phil, you skipped the game. You were planning on playing the game, but you skipped the game, which means you have 0 game time of playing it. Does that mean that your opinion about the game is not valid because you never touched it? Because you're constantly fucking criticising people for fucking having an opinion on things without fucking experiencing it. So if you're about to fucking shit all over the game yourself here, without ever having touched a thing or played a thing, then you're a massive fucking hypocrite as per usual.
From previous Saints Row games and even recent outings of like GTA and stuff to Saints Row 2022, and basically showing, look, this game is far inferior. The graphics aren't as good, the effects aren't as good, the actual animations are terrible, the story is bad. A lot of people had issue with the story, saying that no one in the game had any real kind of personality. Again, it felt like a bunch of stereotypes checking boxes on a fucking woke diversity scale, rather than actually trying to create a meaningful character you care about. It was more about just getting everyone included. Okay? I hate to say it, listen, there is nothing wrong with diversity. There's nothing wrong with inclusion, as long as it's part of the natural part of something. The first thing you should concern yourself with when you're making a video game is a game that's fun to play, meaningful, has a good story, has humor. That's all the things you need. Then after the fact, if you want to add in all those other things, that's great. But when your day one goal is to get that first and then everything else comes after, it's like, what are you doing exactly? Right? You did it in the opposite order. If you made everything else woke first and then you added the fun after, what did you do? And that's what a lot of people said. The game is just not fun. You play it, and it just feels like a chore. It feels like it's unfinished. It feels like it's buggy. And just to add the fact that, yes, there's a lot of this kind of culture forced down your throat over the course of the game that people don't like. So, what happened? The game absolutely flopped. Fell right on its face. Didn't sell at all. And, you know, within a few months, it was an extreme discount. As of now, it's actually available for free if you're a subscriber of PlayStation Network. It's their free game for September because no one bought it last year, so they got to do something with it. So there you go. All right. I just hate to say it, but it's sad because this is a studio that once was great. They were putting out hit after hit. They really could do no wrong. And then at some point along the way, they decided we didn't want to do that content anymore, but they couldn't find a way to make other better content. Like, since they made Saints Row 4, they literally have not had a hit. The Get Out of Hell DLC was mixed, and then after that, Agents of Mayhem was bad, and now the Saints Row reboot was bad. So, after 2 outings of big budget flops that Volition has made, Embracer Group is looking around and saying, well, we bought a bunch of game companies, which ones are profitable, which ones aren't. They looked at Volition, and they said, bye-bye, and they cut them. They're gone. They actually put out a heartfelt message this morning on their socials, basically saying, thanks for 30 awesome years. We couldn't have done it without amazing staff, and of course you, the fans, but this is goodbye. This is not a joke. We are gone. We're done. We're all fired. So, that's really effing sad. Really, really, really effing sad. I mean, I don't like that. You know, I really wish that they would have refound their way, whether it was making a totally new style of game that caught on. Like, for example, take a look at the developers of Horizon, right? You realize they used to make Killzone, which was a franchise that was in line with PS3, and then at some point when the PS4 came out and they did that launch Killzone for PS4 and it sucked, they had to reassess what they wanted to do. So they completely rebooted, started from scratch. We're going to make a different kind of game. We're going to reassess where we are in the industry, and we're going to try to make something different. And they made Horizon Zero Dawn and now Horizon Forbidden West, and they're continuing on making games people want. You know? Now, listen, they're not the best, most groundbreaking games ever. They're still good games. And it makes me sad to see that here's another situation, a different company who was like, okay, we had an opportunity to either go back to what was tried and true and good or make something new, and instead we just tried to kind of reboot what we've already done in a different way. No one wanted it, and we actually became, like, offensive towards our fans. And that's what undid them. Really, if it's okay, we listen to your feedback. We've done a lot of work on this game, but based on your feedback, we realized we went in the wrong direction. Well, let's do what we can now to fix this. Instead, no, we're doing whatever we want. All right, well, then no one's buying your game. Like, that initial reaction was telling you directly, this is not what the consumer wants. Do something different. And they ignored it. They chose to ignore it. And essentially, dug their own graves. Sad. Very sad, because again, 30-year legacy. How many game developers are around for 30 plus years and still around today besides the giant ones? And that legacy now seems like it's going to be forgotten. That's really sad, man. So goodbye to Volition Games. Listen, I've had great times with Volition Games. Saints Row 2 was one of the first games I ever played for YouTube. Saints Row 3 and 4 were epic playthroughs I did back in the day. Red Faction Guerrilla, also a game that I really enjoyed in those earlier days. So, sad to see them go. I didn't really like Agents of Mayhem, so that's why I'm not mentioning that one. Sad to see them go, honestly. But it is what it is. Thank you guys for great games that you have made in the past and the memories that we're not going to forget. To this day, people still ask me, will you go back and replay Saints Row 2? Because I haven't yet. Yeah, probably one day I will. You know? All right. So that is our sad story. Okay? All right. That's story number 1. Story number 2. Hot off the presses. You ready for this one? Anyone who is restreaming me right now is a tremendous life loser who should move out of their parents' basement and stop my... Who wrote that? No! That's not real news.
Seriously. Phil, you have given us fucking permission to fucking restream you. You say you don't fucking mind it. In fact, it probably helps you have fucking demographics, not showing your fucking engagement. So, get fucked, Phil. Just because some of your restreamers have more fucking views than you, have some more engagement than you, gets better support than you sometimes. It is what it fucking is. All I know is I've got my own fucking crowd here at fucking Enjoy Bingo. They enjoy otters. Where are they? Hang on, hold on. I say they enjoy otters and then I fucking know it. Hey, fucking go, you sneaky little fuckers. But yeah, we play bingo, we have otters, we fucking see funny fucking thumbnail faces for Phil, and of course we fucking check Twitter as well to see some of the fucking dumb things that Phil said, as well as what our detractors are saying about Phil. Anything new actually? What's being said now? What's the fucking latest on here? Yeah, what's going on with this logo? My thoughts fucking exactly. This fucking ridiculous fucking logo, but yeah, fuck it. Phil being bitching about the fucking restreamers. Fucking cry me a fucking river, you sad fuck. Give me a second, I was trying to check something here. Just a wee messenger from... Yeah, MFBear sent me a tweet. Oh, I'm sorry, not a tweet. I'll technically it's a tweet because like he gave me his Twitter. I like how, yes, it still says twitter.com. Yeah, it's Twitter for all intents and purposes. So, here's the original tweet that fucking Saints Row said at a time when people called him out for it. We are not backing down this game. We get it, it's new, and it's a shock reaction to a reboot like no other. The GIF was supposed to convey that. So they're sticking to their guns. Phil basically fucking fabricated a quote. What a surprise. Phil was fucking lying about the fucking things he said. What a big fucking surprise. What was the original fucking tweet anyway? The Saints are coming ready to shake up. New city, new Saints, no rules. Saints Row's explode onto Xbox, blah 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 blah. Oh, and they had a fucking tweet here, so they actually deleted their own tweet. Pussies. Fucking pussies. That's such a fucking pussy move. We're not backing down, deletes tweet. Fuck off. Oh god. Anyway, cheers on that, Meppy. I do appreciate seeing the tweet for context.
We only do real news around here. I don't know who put that. I'm sorry, guys. I just read what's on the paper. I swear to God, that was not intentional. All right, let's continue on to the next major story. So, did you know they're making a Rugrats video game in the modern day? Rugrats. Does anyone even remember Rugrats? Obviously, I do. But when I say that, many of you might be like, what the hell is Rugrats? So Rugrats was one of the original Nicktoons from the 1990s, okay? It was a show that turned babies into characters who could talk and speak, and basically they turned everything in real life into this like really cool fantasy world. It's actually a very entertaining cartoon because it's just as much about the parents as it is about the kids, so there's something for everyone. If you're a kid, you probably like watching the babies and their fantasy stories, but if you're an adult, you probably enjoy watching grandpa or the parents and how they behave around the kids. It's pretty nicely written, okay? The art style is absolutely weird, but it's a really good show. And I used to watch it in the 90s. There was movies that came out. I think recently, wasn't there a movie or something that came out about it as well? Like just recent. So why am I telling you this? Because they're making a Rugrats video game. Yes, and it's going to be an action platformer. Get this. It will either look exactly like an NES game. It actually has 8-bit graphics, sound, and everything that looks and plays exactly like an 8-bit platformer from back in the day on the NES. Or it has an HD mode that looks exactly like a modern day game. The art style looks like HD Rugrats cartoon, which is pretty neat that you could play it as modern or classic. The one thing I gotta ask, why now? Like, what inspired a company to get the Rugrats IP and make a Rugrats game now in 2023? It's scheduled, by the way, to come out next year, and I'm actually interested in it, but it's like, why? I just don't get it. Why now, right? It's so weird to me. It makes me scratch my head, you know, that they're making it today. You know, if this had been a game from the 90s era, it probably would have been a huge bestseller, but they're making it now. I don't know, kind of weird. Now, our last news story of today, in my opinion, is a very exciting one. Okay, is this true? Dark Glowbox says the show has gotten rebooted. Oh no, you're kidding me. You know, guys know about me, my feelings about all of these reboots and everything. I mean, they just had like the 17th Ninja Turtles movie just came out, and it's like, oh my god, seriously? They're gonna redo Rugrats. Whatever. I think we need to move on because I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Our next news story of the day: Review Tech USA wears adult diapers and defecates in his own pants during his stream. Who wrote this? No.
This is not very funny, Phil. You know that, don't you? So much for ignoring the haters, so much for ignoring the trolls, so much for fucking moving on about that, and the streams are not about fucking drama. Look at them trying to fucking fabricate drama as much as they fucking can to try and own everyone. But Phil, the problem is you're not very fucking entertaining when you fucking do it. Nobody really cares what Retake USA, nobody really fucking cares what your fucking bitching little feelings and getting hurt.
The real next story is about Super Mario Wonder. Do you guys know about this one? So Super Mario Wonder is a brand new Mario game coming out in the fall. And it's a 2D side-scroller, of which we haven't seen the likes of in many, many years. We actually know that, there was a time when there was like new Super Mario Brothers, new Super Mario Brothers Wii, new Super Mario Brothers U, new. And it was always these 2D games. And it was about 10, 11 years ago, and they were very popular, but they were all kind of samey. And after playing one, you kind of played them all. So it wasn't that much interesting, right? It wasn't that great after the first one. And now, there's been so much time passed since then that people are starting to crave 2D Mario again. So Super Mario Wonder will be coming out in, I believe it's late October. And here's the cool thing about it. All this information is now starting to come out about the game. And everything, it just sounds amazing. First of all, the game is based on, get this, Super Mario World. The game actually has gameplay elements. It is basically like Super Mario 5. Because if you go in order, you have original Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario 2, Super Mario 3, and Super Mario World was basically Super Mario 4. Since then, there really hasn't been a spiritual successor. There's been spin-offs like Yoshi's Island. There's been new Super Mario, but this is essentially Super Mario 5, where it actually has a central boss world and all these themed worlds around it in a world map style, incredibly similar to Super Mario World. And it just looks great to me. Like every world's being themed like that is a total throwback to the classics for me. As you guys know, I told you, I think Super Mario World to this day is still my favorite Mario game. I really feel like it is the best Mario game of all time. It's the one that was packaged with the SNES at launch, and I remember playing a Christmas morning, playing the shit out of this game and enjoying myself so much, and I can't wait to play this game now. So basically, all these new elements they're talking about, basically, various characters can now ride Yoshi. There's a new elephant power-up. For the first time ever, there's like a ridiculous amount of characters. There's Mario, Luigi, Toad, Toadette, Daisy, Princess Peach, and possibly even more. Like, there's a ton of characters in this game.
Was that a mic bump? Apparently we had a microphone bump. Was it really a microphone bump?
It was packaged with the SNES at launch, and I remember playing a Christmas morning, playing the shit out of this game and enjoying myself so much, and I can't wait to play this game now. So basically, all these new elements they're talking about.
Was that really a bump?
Myself so much, and I can't wait to play this game now. So basically, all these new elements.
Yeah, it was. Okay, hold on, yeah, no worries. Okay, microphone bump. We're 4 away from a full house. Technically, though, we're probably 3 away. You guys might not realise this, but Phil Burnell currently has 110 likes on his stream. So he might blow bubbles for his audience. If he doesn't, he's robbed them. So technically, we should only have 3 to go. But that's only if Phil blows bubbles for him because they've, given them likes, and he should be blowing bubbles for him. I guess we'll need to wait and see.
They're talking about, basically, various characters can now ride Yoshi. There's a new elephant power-up. For the first time ever, there's like a ridiculous amount of characters. There's Mario, Luigi, Toad, Toadette, Daisy, Princess Peach, and possibly even more. Like, there's a ton of characters in this game. Also, and this is very interesting, it has been revealed that with this game, Nintendo, listen to this, did not put any restraints whatsoever on its dev team. They did not give them an actual time window that they had to finish the game. They said, listen, we want a new 2D Mario. We want it to be amazing. Here's your, what you can work with. You can do whatever you want. Just make an amazing game. And now that more information is coming about this game, so the game sounds amazing. This sounds like it could be essentially the first true sequel to Mario since the 90s. So if this works and ends up being a huge hit, which right now it looks like it will be, because it looks like this is going to appeal to everyone. It's going to appeal to casual players and more hardcore. It's going to appeal to longtime fans of Mario and people who just want to jump into Mario for the first time. Obviously, it's a Switch exclusive. Switch exclusives that are first-party games sell like hotcakes. So it looks like this may be really, really well. Like a really well done game, really good selling game. If this works, this could be the groundwork to show that all these dumbass game publishers who put constraints on their dev teams and say you only have this much time and this much budget and this much and this much and this much, but you got to pump out a great game in this amount of time, that doesn't work. Enough with the crunch, enough with the bullshit. Instead, just pump out new hot games. Make them worthwhile. Make them be works of art. Make them be unique experiences people will talk about for another year after they finish playing it. Make it be the best in class so everyone else will compare their games to yours. But Baldur's Gate 3 apparently has just done that with the whole kind of PC RPG style game. So now let's see if Super Mario Wonder can do that for the platformer, right? It sure would be great if they could do that. And man, I would love that. I'm actually like, at first I was like, okay, another Mario game. Big deal, right? But now the more information that I keep hearing about this game, this sounds amazing to me. I can't wait to play it. It's going to be a major highlight and focus for me amongst all these other games coming out in October. It's going to be a breath of fresh air as well, because it's something we haven't seen a 2D Mario game in about 10 years. So to actually have a meaningful good one come out could be pretty awesome. All right. And now what's hilarious about this though is that people are now saying, I actually saw this. Oh, you see, Super Mario Wonder is everything that Sonic Superstar should have been. What a big disappointment. Sonic Superstars, that game's not out. What are you talking about? The game's not out. How do you even know what's in it? I mean, we've seen a few previews of it, but like, how do you compare games that aren't out yet and say one is so much better than the other? You didn't play it yet, you stupid idiot. I love seeing dumbass takes like that on the internet. Like, what the fuck are you speaking of? Anyway, like I keep telling you guys, this fall gaming season, ooh, it's looking so good. It looks like we're going to all be eating well. We're going to have a giant, heaping, smorgasbord portion of amazing variety of great new release games. You're going to have your RPGs, your action games, your shooters, your platformers, everything you've wanted. Fighting games, seriously. Soulsborne-esque games, everything you want. Horror games. Alan Wake is coming back, right? We're going to have so much to digest and play and love. I'm excited. There's some of these years recently, I'll be honest, they come to the end of the year, it's like, okay, what's coming out the rest of this year? There's like 20 games, and you play them all like, meh. I'm kind of feeling like this year it's going to be the opposite. This year, we may actually be bombarded with spectacular games. That would be amazing. Because a lot of people have asked me up to this point, and Phil, you're in September. So you're 3 quarters through the year. What's your game of the year? I mean, on one hand, I could probably count the outstanding games, right? Obviously, Resident Evil 4 Remake is one. Obviously, Street Fighter 6 is one, right? I guess now if you get down to the nitty gritty, you could argue like Zelda Tears of the Kingdom would be in there. But if you really start looking like, man, it's hard. It's hard to even pick. Well, I would consider like game of the year at this point because there really hasn't been that much greatness. And now you take a look at what we're about to play in the next 3 months. You're like, oh shit, this could be top 10 right in a row. Boom, 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 right? So I'm very excited. And by the way, I'm going to have words with my news desk for what they put in here because that was very unprofessional of them. That, ladies and gentlemen, is DSPN for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that segment. All right. Unbelievable. You know? You gotta have an air of professionalism these days. I don't know what these guys are thinking. Anyway. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got for today. But we've got a tremendous amount of shout-outs to get to. So, allow me to get to shout-out, shall we? Let's do it. So, we start off today with, wow, Dragon Lord Gusidasax, who did a $2 super chat, said, please give it a chance. Wait, no, I read the wrong one. No, wait, it's because I skipped. I'm completely out of order here. We start off today with Dragon Lord Gusidasax becoming a channel member. Thank you. Then Dragon Lord Gusidasax did a $2 super chat and said, please give it a chance. And then they did another super chat, said Starfield has 3 problems, inventory space, enemy level scaling, and it takes 15 hours to get into the game. What did I say earlier on this very show? I said a video game that takes an insanely long time to get into anything good is a flawed video game. So if I'm not liking this game in the first dozen hours, that's Bethesda fucking up. And I will call them out if that's what happens. Let's see what happens. Viper the Rapper did a super chat, says crazy cash, sick cash. What am I going to do with all this money? I don't know. Roll it and smoke it. You can shove it up your ass. Whatever you want to do with it. It's your call. If it's your money, that is. You can do whatever you want with it. It's not my business to tell you what to do with your money. Thank you for the super chat, though. Tubs, re-up this membership for 6 months. It says, highly recommend Cutthroat Kitchen. Very funny. Oh, that sounds familiar. Cutthroat Kitchen. All right, I'll have to look into that. Thanks for the suggestion. I'm Troublesome became a channel member this morning. Thank you so much. And then they did a super chat and said, hey, Phil, I'm a big fan. Much love from South Africa. Fuck those trolls. Wow. Well, let me tell you something. I do not want to fuck my trolls. That's absolutely disgusting. Most of them are virgins anyway. I want nothing to do with them. I have a meaningful relationship here with my wife. However, the less we mention them, the better. So thank you for the super chat. Dragon Lord Gracilisax did another super chat. Thank you for the $2 super chat there. I appreciate that. RetroX7315 did a $10 super chat.
I was going to fucking ignore that. It's Phil like some sort of fucking 14-year-old or some pish pretending he fucking met some fucking chick on holiday and fucking got his soul, and so everyone else around him is a fucking virgin because he's got some sort of fucking fake story of him fucking getting sex. I was like, what the hell's going on there? Like, I don't know. From my experience, most fucking detractors are, you know, adults. You know, and not that I fucking know the intimate fucking details, but I do imagine most of them have had their whole. Not that it fucking matters or anything, not that it's a fucking prerequisite to fucking anything, but for fuck's sake, Phil, grow the fuck up. Fucking throwing your fucking scat jokes in and all that shit. You just grow the fuck up. No wonder no one takes you fucking seriously. 41-year-old man fucking bragging about how he's fucking had sex. Congratulations. It's about goddamn time.
Yeah. And said, Happy Starfield Day. No spoiler tip. It is highly recommended you will do a Vanguard faction ASAP. It gives tons of lore and background that I wish I had earlier. Seriously blew me away. Have a great time. Well, you have horribly spoiled the game for me, and now I can't play it. So I guess today instead, we'll be playing Armored Core to replace Starfield. Sorry about that, everybody. I already know the whole plot now. Obviously, I'm kidding. All right. Thank you for the super chat. Your boy Lem did re-upped his membership for a whopping 25 months. And he says, Bethesda is killing it with Starfield. I'm hyped for the playthrough. Thank you very much. John Nepper became a member this morning. So that is 3 new members so far today in climbing. Thank you all so far for this early support. Excuse me. B-Boy Cyclone just did a super chat. Oh, wait a minute. Faith in 131 actually just re-upped his membership for 10 months. And I loved your... Where'd it go? Things are messing up here. He says, love the nostalgic retrospective as a 12-year viewer. Thank you very much, Faithin. Yes, I also loved going down memory lane with all of you this last month. The Tier Maker event was great. The retro playthroughs were great. And that marathon was great. So, I really had a great time. Thank you all for an amazing summer of retro fun and a great anniversary. It was a great way to celebrate my anniversary. But now, on to the new stuff, right? B-Boy Cyclone did a super chat. Says, it's a shame you're going to go into Starfield with a negative mindset. I wish you go into the game with a clean slate and judge it for yourself. Which is literally what I said on today's show. I said you can't take what anyone said as fact because no one seems to even agree. You got some people saying this game is a 5, someone says it's a 10, some say it's a 7. You know, people are all over the place. With that attitude out there, not a consensus, you have to judge for yourself. So I don't know how you took what I said earlier on the show as I'm going into it with a negative mindset. I think maybe you need to just cool your jets, relax a little bit, and stop being such a crybaby. I'm just kidding. Mr. Game Master just did a super chat. Says, so Mario Wonder is the same day Spider-Man 2. Thoughts? Yeah, thoughts are, I'm glad that there's great games coming out. That's about it. I don't see the problem there. Right? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Game Master, for the super chat. Okay. Let's continue, shall we? So, tips, which we're just starting to look at right now. I didn't have a chance to look at these yet. Our first tip of the day is $1.
Never mind the first tip of the day, guys. Thank you very much for liking the stream. We have 100 likes on the stream, which means we have confirmed 1 free space anyway, okay? We've got no confirmation of Phil blowing bubbles yet. Maybe he's waiting to the end of his own podcast because he definitely has over 100 likes. So he's like to fucking think he's going to fucking blow bubbles from him at some fucking point, or somebody will fucking tell him. Who knows? But, oh Jesus fucking Christ, there's a fucking shout out to that being said on our super chat on Phil's stream. Mary G, big ups to Alton Cider, Steve Red, Meerkat Mob, fantastic Mr. Sam. Jesus, man. That's a waste of fucking money right fucking now, an idiot. It really is. I mean, it's a free $3 for Phil, essentially, you know, after YouTube takes a fucking cut. It's fucking, yes, of course, shout out that being said, a fucking great entertainment, you know what I mean? But don't give Phil money to fucking tell him that. So fucking dumb. But guys, back to the fucking point I'm saying. 100 likes, thank you very much. We have a free space earned on a card, and as well as that, you guys get to enjoy a Bubbles animation that Pixar Animations so very kindly made for us all to enjoy to celebrate. So here we go.
Oh, yo, that smells really, really good. I love it.
Fantastic stuff indeed.
Tip from Slayer. What's going on, Slayer? Now, first of all, I know for a fact Slayer has been highly anticipating Starfield. So let's see what Slayer has to say about the game. I just want to say I've been playing Starfield for around 6 hours. I have to say the graphics are great. The motion capture is good. There's very little to no bugs for me with a smooth frame rate. The combat is a bit simple, but the spaceship controls are complex, and there's a lot to do in the beginning. This is going to be a long playthrough for you. Hopefully, you will enjoy the game. All right, thank you, Slayer, for getting the support started on the tip side of stuff today. I also received a $4.20 tip from Adam. Thank you very much to Adam for a $4.20 tip. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. If you're going to pilot a spaceship, my recommendation is not to toke up and smoke up before you do. So even though this is a $4.20 tip, perhaps forego that today before you fly right into a, you know, a black hole or maybe a, what do they call it, gas giant. All right, there you go. Let's continue on here. I received a $1.04 tip. All right. Responding to your comment yesterday. Well, if it was a comment yesterday, it's very interesting because I wasn't here yesterday. So you must have heard something I said in my house. You have a bug in my house? Are you listening into myself and my family when I'm on my day off? That's incredibly disturbing. Now I'm going to have to hire a crack team to scan my house and look for bugs because I can't believe you're spying on me when I'm not even here. That's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, let's see what he has to say. People are playing Texas Chainsaw because it's fun, and it's better than Dead by Daylight, not because it's played by paid streamers only. You're missing out on potentially gaining followers. Okay, I've already explained to you, the reason I didn't play it is because I don't have time for it. There's too much else going on right now. It's just not part of my schedule. I didn't even know it was coming out in August. I had no clue. No one had even mentioned it to me, nor had I heard anyone mention this game till it came out, and then all of a sudden people were like, oh, it's good, play it. I think that was kind of everyone's attitude too, like no one actually knew the game would be good. So yeah, sadly, I'm one man. I have a schedule. We have games that we're trying to play. Remember, we went through the gaming schedule during my digital summer party, and we went through all these releases between now and the end of the year. And we basically, you know, marked off, these are the ones people absolutely want to see me play.
You got a text
Texas Chainsaw
from...
Massacre was not one. People were like, yeah,
It should be $5.
So, you know, that's why. Now, in the future, if there ends up being some time to maybe do something like that, maybe we'll check it out. But for now, we are pretty booked, okay?
That last can't even fucking calculate 1 + 4.
And by the way, stop listening to me on my day off. It's very disturbing. Okay, continuing on. I received a $1 tip. Someone says, I got finished watching your Jack and Daxter playthrough from back in the day. You struggled a lot halfway through the game. You said they wanted you to buy the strategy guide to play it. It was a kid's platformer. Luckily, you improved a lot as a gamer since then. Maybe a redemption run someday. Well, first of all, hold on a second here. No. I'm going to stick to my guns on this one. A lot of those old school platformers were meant to be that you needed to know what you were doing to fucking succeed. I'm serious. Like, it was done on purpose with a lot of cryptic stuff in them. This was before the era of tons of checkpoints, unlimited lives, restarts. This was like, you need to know exactly what you're doing in order to fucking succeed at these games. You say it's a kid's platformer. Yeah, so the kid would go beg their parents to buy them the $25 strategy guide so they could beat the game. That way they're not sitting there endlessly never beating it, whining and complaining to their parent. The parent goes and buys a strategy guide. It was part of it back then. It really was. That whole era of PS1 and I'd say, you know, PS2. This was a very prominent thing, okay? And, you know, it continued a lot of times into the PS3 era. And then we had the modern era of games. What's happened is in the last 2 console gens, everything's eased up. Now every game's much easier, infinite lives, a lot of restarts, not everything is cryptic, waypoints telling you where to go, outright explaining the mission that you're expected to do. The games have changed a lot.
Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much, D-Dog, for a super chat. It says, make sure you comment in the community tab, peeps. Remember, guys, linked in the description of this live stream is a link to a community post, okay? That community post basically means that if we get a full house in the bingo, and if you've got a comment on that community post, you're in for a chance of winning the prize for getting bingo. Now, so it's a $25 prize. It could be a voucher, it could be just money, whatever. I usually try and determine that for the winner, and sometimes it just fucking goes to charity if that's what I want as well, you know what I mean? But either way, if you've not yet commented on that community post, which is linked in the description of this live stream, make sure you do it now, because this looks like a very strong card, okay? I think it's going to be very difficult to see us losing at this point in time, because we're technically, strictly speaking, we're one away. I mean, also, I don't even know how much fucking money Phil gets here in tips as well. For all we know, Phil might get. I mean, for people who are in the future, right? For people that have seen the stream in future, is Phil over $15 in tips yet? Because if he is, I think we're pretty much won already. But I need to confirm it though. I don't know yet. That's the thing though. So, but if Phil has already got $15+ in tips, and D-Dog says yes, so and so does Nan. So there we go. And technically speaking, then we have a free space because you guys like the stream. We should get a free space for blowing bubbles because Phil's audience has liked his stream, you know, enough to merit that, and $15+ in tips are ticked off as well. So really, we have a full house already. We just don't have the bubbles yet to confirm it, even though he should be blowing bubbles by now. So, yeah, this is what I'm saying. So we have pretty much won, essentially. We're just waiting for confirmation. So, there you go. So yeah, make sure you leave a comment on the community post, which is linked in the description of this live stream, to make sure you're in for potential chance of winning the Full House Bingo.
Telling you where to go, outright explaining the mission that you're expected to do. The games have changed a lot in the last 15 years. But back then, they were rough. I remember playing Jak and Daxter. Now listen, when I played Jak and Daxter, I was doing a different kind of content than I do today. And you're absolutely right. If I were to replay that game today, likely the playthrough would be very different. You know, I would fail, but instead of me sitting there raging at the game and screaming, I'd probably be asking for some support from my chat, trying, you know, better to figure out exactly what to do, giving the game more of a fair shake. Back then, it was about the rage and appealing to a teen audience who was watching me on demand. Very different style of content than what I pump out today. Okay? So, yeah, admittedly, a lot of different there. But at the same time, no. Those games back then, a lot of them were purposefully designed to make you fuck about until you had to either figure it out by luck, chance, or a friend telling you what to do, or you buy the strategy guide. That's what was intended back then. But now things are a lot different with modern game. Okay? Okay. I received a very generous $50 tip from an anonymous tipper. Anonymous. Anonymous. No, it just says no name attached to it. 50 smackaroonies. 50 buckaroonies. That's a lot of dinero. That's a lot of rubles. You know? That's a lot of the green that greases the palm, if you know what I'm saying. Thank you very much to the anonymous tipper. And that means that we start today with Gunner glasses. Okay? That also means we're at $57 in tips. I wasn't updating the total properly. I'll update that right now. Okay. Ah.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Age Sicky for subscribing to the channel. Much appreciated.
Cool. So thank you. Said excited for Starfield today. I love your honesty, but don't listen to any of the haters. Stay chill, Phil. Thank you very much for that very generous tip. That gets us to $57 in tips and climbing. Continuing on, I received another $1 tip. Forget it. I'm not even going to read the nonsense. This is a dumb thing. Told you, I'm not entertaining dumb stuff. B-Boy Cyclone. Oh, hold on a second. I skipped a super chat from Rodney, who did a $2 super chat and said, enjoy Starfield, Phil. Thank you very much, Rodney. Then I got B-Boy Cyclone, who gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Congratulations to Carlton Jr., Abdullah, This Just In, The Drew Corporation, and Timmy Baxter, who has been converted. Converted to what? You a helicopter now? Anyway, thank you very much. We're at 532 members. My goal for the end of today's bowl streams was 540. We already are on to a great start thanks to you guys. I really, really appreciate your support. Thank you so very much. Okay. Cool. All right. So thank you, B-Boy Cyclone, for that. I really appreciate that. Then another super chat just came in from Mr. Game Master. Excited for the Mario RPG remake? Yes, I am. Now, admittedly, it's a little bit less excitement than if they hadn't just played it like 3 years ago. Because I did. If you look back, I played it around 3 years ago, and I really enjoyed playing it. But it just sucks. And now they're redoing it. It's like, well, it's only been 3 years. I'm definitely playing it again. It's got better graphics, completely redone music, and obviously a modernized control scheme and modernized appeal because now it's on the Switch. So I will be playing that later this year, and I'm very excited for that. Yeah.
I have no idea how the fuck Phil can be so... He must know who the fucking person was that sent that fucking $50. That's the only fucking way I can feel it. I don't... It's hard for me to fucking compare situations, but one time I had one person I didn't recognise come here, and I think it was... I can't even mind the fucking name, like something Tony or some bitch. I've never seen the person before, I never heard of them, and I came by and gave me $80. Actually, it wasn't even dollars, at £80. And... to me, I was very sceptical, very suspicious, and in the end I thought, I don't know if I can trust this, I think this person's up to no good, and I just refunded them their money. I gave them back every fucking penny, and I blocked them from fucking contributing in the future. Phil sees a fucking $50 tip and doesn't fucking bat an eye. It's bizarre. It's for fuck's sake. I know, it's just so weird. He so fucking, you know, he's like, he just dismisses it. It's like, it's only $50, Phil doesn't care. That's how fucking cavalier Phil is when it comes to fucking money. You know, I don't know, it's bizarre. Eddie's got a Theo theory, that he got booted from Streamlabs when he was mass refunding. I mean, you also got, we already know, of course, that Phil's got Das Boot from Streamlabs and Stream Elements. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know, man. It's just one of those, I don't know how Phil can just fucking be so carefree about an anonymous tip and not fucking question about it, you know? But he must know who the fuck it is. That's my fucking theory anyway, but fuck knows. Exactly as D-Dog says as well, you know what I mean? PayPal have names and addresses, not a shit.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we finally got through all the shout-outs so far. All right? So, thank you very much. Oh, wait a minute. We have gotten 100 likes already. Are you kidding me? 100 likes. Thank you. Let's do a celebratory bubble blow. And in honor of Starfield, we're going to be doing bubble space gun. The bubble space gun blow for Starfield. Let's do it. The Starfield bubble blast. Look out, there's a field of bubbles coming straight for us.
Well, as cringe as that is, we have a full house. The debut of the brand new bingo program has given us an actual full fucking house. 25 out of 25, bingo fucking complete, unfucking-believable. There's probably so much more of this fucking podcast to go, but we already fucking get to escape. Fuck the rest of the podcast, fuck the rest of the fucking nonsense, don't need to endure it. We're all done, and now we can just focus on more entertaining things like otters. Ah, that's so fucking cute. If you give me, actually, I wasn't sure. I can leave it on, actually, even if I leave it on otters, you guys won't see what's happening. Okay, guys, I'm going to be playing you the intro, right? You know, the fucking Pixar Animations intro I made for me, right? I'm going to be playing that for you, right? While I organise the wheel to spin to try and pick a winner, okay? So, yeah, you'll see the otters again soon, don't worry. But for now, enjoy the intro, and I'll mess about with trying to get this this wheel sorted so we can determine a winner, okay? So, I'll be back in a few minutes, okay? Hey guys, we're back. Thank you very much for being patient and thank you for waiting. As promised, here are the authors again. Sorry, but I just had to make sure I added the most recent names to the list, and they now have all been added to the list. Here is a wheel of names, and as you can see, there's over 100, well, there's 140 entries altogether, and some of those, of course, are the charity Jasper's Angels. I think there's like 4 different entries on here, which are Jasper's Angels, so there we go. Going to spin the wheel here, and whoever it lands on will be the winner, essentially. Just going to keep shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling and all that jazz. Half tempted to put my own name on this, and if I fucking win, all you guys give me fucking $25. How's that sound? Sound good? Fantastic. Of course I'm looking on. But yeah, let's give us a few more shuffles, and then I guess we'll spin the wheel and pick a winner. So good luck everyone. Here we fucking go. Time to spin. Time spin. Who's going to be the lucky winner? It's going to land on... Seriously? I think he's won before. I'm not sure. Agreeable compliments. I don't know if agreeable compliments is here, but I'm pretty sure they're regular, you know. So there we go. So agreeable compliments. I'm not sure if I talked to him in Discord before. I might have. I'm not sure. But yeah, well done to agreeable compliments. And if they are here, of course, then congratulations, you have won bingo. So there you go. Reach out to me, and if you can't, I don't know what's the best way of you contacting me. Also, you can email me, kindjadvcmp@gmail.com. So that's one way to do it. But we can get something sorted out. We can try and discuss however you want to win the bingo prize, whatever, what you want done with your winnings, essentially, or whatever. And yeah. So I said I don't know if agreeable compliments is even here or not, you know. But well done to them anyway for winning. I will be trying to get them to reach out to me. I will be replying to their post, for example, in a community post I made, or replying to their post, and hopefully YouTube will let them know if they're not here anyway. Hopefully YouTube lets them know that I've responded to their fucking post, and that way they can get in touch with me. So there we go. Hopefully we'll get something sorted anyway, and we can get it all sorted out. But yeah, the wheel's been spun. And agreeable compliments was the lucky winner this time around, so there we go here. But yeah, I'll say it is Friday today, so a good way to start, you know, good way to go into the weekend with a full house victory. And of course, we've got to debut the brand new bingo tool again. Once again, big shout out to Micro Python Cypher for fucking making that. It's incredible once again. I can't believe that somebody would think to do that for me, you know what I mean? It's completely the fucking blue. It's a brilliant wee tool. And also anything we can think of to try and improve it in any way if it's possible, you know. I'll give him some feedback in it because he asked for feedback as well. And things like just to, you know, add one little noise, you know, one wee kind of noise thing for every square you tick, you know, just the slightest wee kind of ding, you know, noise or something anytime you click a square to confirm it's been, you know, gone green. That's a good shout, for example, you know what I mean? So I'll let them know about that, and I'll see if I can get something done for that. It should be pretty simple, I think, to add, because it's just one extra little sound file just for us, you know, something getting ticked. It says make it 4K, 60 frames per second. I don't know if it's possible in Python. I'm not too clued up in this shit, you know what I mean? I only fucking discovered Python yesterday, and I still messed up the first time. And here we go. So Toastman says maybe a free space counter. I mean, I have that already on the bingo screen. Like every time Phil snorts or burps, I press something on my Stream Deck to add one to it. So I don't know. So yeah. I don't think we need that, but yeah, guys, hopefully you all enjoyed bingo. Of course, I won't be here tomorrow because, you know, Saturday. I don't know how to do Saturday bingo, you know what I mean? Just Saturdays are for me, really, all that jazz. But I'll be back on Sunday night for some more robust DSP bingo antics, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your Saturday as well. And whatever you end up doing, also check out all these attractors. I'll be making fine DSP content and streams over the fucking weekend as well. I'll be back on Sunday for some more bingo antics, but until then, enjoy seeing some otters and enjoy yourselves as well. I am Offskate, and I'll see you all again on Sunday, but until then, guys, I'm going to end things like always end things by playing Pixar Animation's amazing little video, Notorious PIG Contributions. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to check out now. I'm going to try and get agreeable compliments to try and, you know, get in touch with me. We'll see if we can work something out and we can determine his prize. And hopefully it should be straightforward enough. But until then, guys, have a good rest of your Friday. Have a great Saturday. I'll see you all on Sunday. Until then, peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant.